Greetings, everybody. Welcome to week one, day three of season three of the TCL. We have Control facing off first. I'll take mid here. We have Jungle Control against Kangaroo Corral. I am expecting a spicy match tonight. I'm joined by Music X himself in the flesh. So glad to have you here, man. What's going through your head right now? What do you think?
Um, this is like an exciting match for me. I don't know. I don't know how you feel, but I feel like
Okay.
because there's like it's control versus mid. I think that's like gonna be a historical like match, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a clash of the titans. It's always spicy when they play. It's always good to see two
They
capable mid laners.
they also I don't know. They also have they have like really good top laners, I believe. Their bot lanes, it's very interesting to see what's gonna happen in the bot lane,
Hmm.
especially in the mid and how that will evolve on its own. So like pretty much all three lanes are kind of very curious as to how everything plays out, right?
Yeah, no, I
Uh
think you're absolutely right. And the way that they match up is so interesting as well. Like they have probably their strongest players are facing off in the mid lane, and then their next strongest players are both facing off in the top lane, and then probably jungle and then ADC. I'm sorry, ADC and then jungle. I mean, rather. Um, so across the board, it should be a pretty level match, and I think both of these teams are going to come out pretty strong and just be looking for just that single thing to get momentum on. Like one big play where they get a couple of kills, get a lead, and then start the ball rolling from there.
yeah, basically they have like as you said, they have a really like it's Trammel versus Lyle, right?
Hmm.
And then it's gonna be Little Garrett versus Wally Warp, and it's something that is like they have something to prove with each other, right? Because they want to solidify their own spot in TCL as like
Sure.
decent like good junglers.
Yeah.
And then of course it's Control versus Mid, Captain versus Captain,
Hmm.
right? And then everything else. Then the
Captain
bot
versus
lane just to
captain.
try and prove where their position should be.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think it's the biggest wild card for me. I'm pretty sure I have a good read on how most of these matchups are going to play out, but the bot lane is something that leaves me kind of scratching my head. Do you have any insight into this 2v2 in the bot lane?
So from what I've heard, or from what I've seen or heard during scrims or like all the crosstalk is that
Hmm.
Control's bot lane should be playing the safe zone here. They should be playing weak side here. And I know I from what I've seen, it should be mid's bot lane that's actually stronger between the two.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how the dynamic will fall through. I know that Tactics is my friend. I know him personally, and I know he's really good at playing weak side, right?
Okay.
But we'll see how easy or how not easy, but how well the mid's team can exploit that, and see what leads they can get from there. I think that mid's team should play through bot side, and that
Hmm.
Control's team would be playing around the top mid side.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's a good read on it. I think Worst Tactics in A and Matthias will probably be playing that weak side role, like you mentioned, just trying to escape the lane in one piece, while Speedy and Tilted might be a little more on the aggressive side. I know Speedy is one of the higher ranked AD carry players in the league, and he has been known to kind of pop off and go ham, so we might just be seeing that. But we are well into pick ban now. No real surprises here across the bans for I'll take mid's team here. However, this Caitlyn ban I find kind of interesting from Control's team. What do you make of that? Is Speedy a notorious Caitlyn
I
player or what?
I do think so. I think that I've heard through the grapevine that
Okay.
Speedy is like a notorious Caitlyn and Sivir player. So
Hmm.
he will play either or. And I'm very curious to see how like if that Caitlyn ban is well worth it. Because I
Sure.
think I think Speedy on Sivir is still just as fine. But it also does look like they have a Nocturne pick and like first.
Hmm.
So that definitely should be Nocturne jungle, but it could be flex topside. Um, I'm not sure if
Yes.
Tranimal does play Nocturne though, so I can place a confident bet that would be a Nocturne jungle.
Yeah, yeah. While that pick is kind of tearing it up in solo queue, even in the mid lane as well. So top and mid lane Nocturne both very potent right now. I'm quite confident that as a mid lane, or I'm sorry, a jungle knock for Little Garrett. So he'll be on that, and we have Matthias on Morgana, which is interesting as there were no bans pointed his way, but insofar, I feel like I've seen him play like 7 or 8, maybe even up to 10 games, but they've only ever been on Trundle and Yumi. So this is going to be my first time seeing him play neither of those two champions. Very interested in what comes of that.
I think it's good. Morgana pick's really good though. It's
Mhm.
just to kind of deflect the Seraphine ulti from at least one person.
Sure.
One very important target that the Seraphine is trying to ult. I mean, trying to grab.
Mhm.
It's also good if you're a Morgana with really fast reflexes, you can basically stop a Mordekaiser from channeling his ult. Because
Really?
there's a small timer for a
Mhm.
Mordekaiser to channel. If you
Yeah.
have very quick hands, I have seen a Morgana cancel my ult with spell shield just because I was still channeling my ult.
That's toxic, dude. Don't let them know
It's
that. That's
nuts.
not fun.
It's nuts. But let's see if that's the goal. It is a Mordekaiser blind pick, along with a Jax ban and a Lee Sin ban, and
Right.
a couple more mid bans from control side.
I really like how they played that, grabbing the Mordekaiser for Lyle Walt here as their third pick, their last pick going into the second ban phase, and then just directly banning two picks that he really doesn't want to play against. So the Jax and the Lee Sin that Tyrannimal's been playing quite a bit of. I don't think either of those are really good matchups for Lyle. So taking those off the table, I really like. It's going to be Morgana jungle.
Is
Okay,
is
no,
is
it's
it
not. All
okay?
right.
It better not.
Don't
That's
at me. Don't troll me,
Oh,
Matthias. I
okay,
see you,
okay,
sir.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's control seems interesting. There's not much headway into the front line, but it's going to be interesting to see if they can push that lead. It seems like Mid's team
Yes.
does have more of the front line run though, because they have a Mordekaiser just bashing your face in, and then they have an Olaf to stop you, and now with the Ori pick, I was telling you this before we started, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, mid has been playing a lot of control mages as of late, and I think this is what he's gonna try and bring into the table because teams want to ban the assassins from mid. They want to put him
Yes.
somewhere that he's not so comfortable in, and he's been practicing this in rank. So
Mm-hmm.
he's been
Mm-hmm.
practicing the Ori, any sort of control mage that he could get his hands on. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, if you take a look at his page, he's actually been kind of spamming those kind of nasty scaling control mage picks. He's got some Cassiopeia games going, some Victor games. I believe some Syndra makes a bit of an appearance. None of his kind of go-to I'll take mid picks, which makes sense because like half of them get banned. I think the only one of his very very annoying picks that was left up is Fizz, which he probably didn't want to blind pick. Also notably, I was totally debated, and Tranimal is playing Nocturne top. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, so we have the Ziggs mid, which I believe Control played a few games of in season one, and it was pretty dastardly just because the wave clear was so extreme, and he would play it so safe early. The window to stop him from getting to that really critical wave clear point was so small, and then teams just couldn't siege, and that was a real struggle for them. However, we're in the spectator delay now. We have 3 minutes to talk about the
How this
state of
game
this
would
game.
unfold.
What do you think is going to shake out? Yeah.
Um, I think that if Mid's team plays it the way that their comp is intended to play, I feel
Hmm.
like they will give jungle control a run for their money because again, um, jungle control doesn't have team jungle control doesn't have much in the way of frontline, right? So they will. I'm pretty sure with the nocturne ulti, it's gonna be either a big engage or a big disengage, right?
Yes.
So
Well,
if
I think it's mostly just engaged, but yeah.
it's mostly disengage, right?
Hmm.
Unless they go for a straightforward pick. So
Yeah,
what do
that'll
you think
be.
the win conditions for these teams are? Like how would each team have to shake it out, right?
Well, I think that Nocturne is going to have to, power through the mid game with those really obnoxious ultimates. And Little Garrett is probably going to try to get a few ganks off, probably blow a few flashes, and then hopefully make those repeat ganks as needed. Jarvan Force not my favorite pick in the world right now, but I think in the right hands and with the right early game, it can snowball. It can be really potent, especially if you hit that like one item spike kind of early and then transition into that bruiser build that's so popular right now. Um, Sedge, tank Jarvan noises in the background.
Hey, Jarvan
However,
noises.
I just really dislike the Ziggs pick in general. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a problem for them, but if I had to choose which mid laner I want on my team, 9 times out of 10, I think I would pick Orianna. Yeah, she has the slow early game. Yeah, she has like mana problems or whatever, and she's not like the flashiest pick. But you know, ER is a pretty good ability when you have an Olaf and you have a Mordekaiser, and half of them are going to be Seraphine ulted anyway. So I think from a Wombo perspective, I'll take mid's team here. The Kangaroo Corral, as it were, might have the slight edge, but I think in the early game, they're not really going to want to be scrapping quite as hard versus Jarvan and Ezreal and Nocturne.
That's fair.
But
I
we
mean,
shall see.
before this game starts, this game is starting fairly soon.
Mm,
That was the meme of our team last season for Team Chess Club. It was
go
the
button
glorified
team.
go. It was the glorified go button and the glorified words of ball delivery.
Ball delivery, dude. Don't tell me. I had a long day. I don't need to hear about ball delivery right now.
But then
Yeah, they certainly got it. Yeah.
you still prefer the Oriana though, as much as you don't want to hear it. You
It's
still
OP.
want it. You just want it. You just want her on your team, right?
That's true.
Um,
I like that pick. That was one of my go-to mid picks when I still played that role. But it's also Electrocute Oriana, choosing not to go with the very popular Phase Rush. I don't know after the nerfs if that was, if that kind of reduced in popularity, but I don't think they were that extreme.
it's also confirmed that Nocturne does not have flash.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
this
to
will
be
be.
ignited.
Do you think this will be a roaming Nocturne? Is that what this game is going to shake out to, like this early game?
It's ARAM Nocturne, dude. Not allowed to go back until he dies. He's only going to go
Oh,
forward. Doesn't need flash if he's just going to kill them all. Change my mind.
like summoners beware. This Nocturne will not turn around.
That's right.
All right, it
He's
looks
going
like
to TP into range of ult onto you, and then ignite you, and then you're going to be like, wow, I guess he didn't need the flash.
it looks like all the teams are going to start with just a basic 5-man point. With
Yeah, classic
with
5
mid
points.
team with jungle control actually pushing forward, getting more vision on the top side.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
pretty straight up so far. Nothing fancy. We do see an early ward drop just to stave off any invades, get that knowledge. Oh, it's also Electrocute Jarvan 4. Am I reading that correctly?
that is
That's
electrocute J4.
interesting. Conqueror has been the prevailing build for quite some time. And then I guess before this season started, it was Phase Rush as well, I believe, in like at least pro play. I haven't seen this in a while. Maybe he's just gonna go full damage, the very rare and very dank Eclipse Jarvan or something like that. He's got the red smite at least, so that's
So
positive.
yeah, so it seems like we're gonna look for a more damage jungle damage J4, correct? So which even puts the question up again. The $1 million question is, I hope that Team Jungle Control could actually get some damage out,
Some pressure,
or
yeah.
out damage them before the front line of I'll take mid actually pushes through. Correct?
Yeah, kind of turns on. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, Jarvan 4 has a real big power spike at level 2, and it's all downhill from there. Change my mind. Um, but he is going for, it looks like just a 3-camp clear. Oh, no, he's going for a traditional 5-camp clear, it looks like. So he's going to go up, probably grab the grab, and then grab the scuttle. But he will have to face an Olaf there. However, I think the Nocturne is going to have quite a bit of early prio, so I'm a big fan of the Jarvan starting on red. Olaf's pretty nasty in the early game, but I don't know. I feel like I would have to just give the edge to Jarvan in that battle, especially with a Nocturne who's going to be shoving Lyle under tower.
It's also going to be interesting because I'll take mid actually has more prio on mid lane than control, so it looks to be, if they're gonna have to have like a fight in scuttle, it's gonna be top jungle versus mid jungle.
Yeah,
But it looks like Nocturne is gonna go for a cheater right here.
he's
Okay.
just going to slide on back while Lyle is stuck under that tower.
Good backs comes with a longsword. He's
Yeah,
gonna be
nothing too
shaking.
crazy. Yeah, you know.
I
Pretty
think
chill.
Olaf. I think Wally Warp will just be giving away the scuttle. No contest,
Yeah.
and maybe he'll look to backing and just running straight for the next one. For the other one in bot lane.
Yeah, he could go for the reset there and run straight to the bot crab. However, Jarvan, if he makes a beeline for it, he can just transition through mid there, maybe put a little bit of pressure onto the Orianna. But no, Olaf is actually headed into the top lane where Nocturne has quickly returned, and he has no flash, so...
J4 not too far behind. This could actually be a counter gank. If
Yeah,
J4
they could
decides to
absolutely
go
turn
in.
it. Ooh, a lot of damage. The fear goes down.
Alright.
Lot of flash in the first
Alright,
blood.
looks like first blood to team Trundle Control.
Jungle
that is
control. You can't
that is
control
a
Trundle, brother.
That is a 1-for-1. That is a 2-for-1.
Yeah,
2-for-1 special for the for Team Jungle Control. Both Lyle and Wallywarp had to give their lives for this.
Yeah, Garrett making off like a bandit there in that fight, grabbing both kills. He used that electrocute very nicely, I suppose, while it burnt his flash and teleport as well. This is exactly what J4 needs to kind of start the game off strong, get to those key item spikes. So he's going to grab the Iron Spike Whip and Boots right away, and he is a force to be reckoned with right now. Like, this is kind of the dream scenario for your early game Jarvan 4. So he can go bot, grab the Scuttle, maybe even fight Wally off of that. Oh, Wally's not even...
The Scuttle was taken by their bot lane. I'm pretty sure. We kind of missed it, but I'm assuming that that Speedy and Tilted Tom just roamed up to grab the Scuttle while they were having a little fight in top lane.
Oh yeah, no, I totally missed it.
It does look like they will be starting Drake here. Let's see if Little Garrett will actually respond here.
Yeah, they might have to jump on him a little bit. While Jarvan is on the way, he could Blastberry over. This might be nasty, because he has the Iron Spike Whip. He's so ahead item-wise.
Okay. Fighting going on. Wallywarp low. Wallywarp smites for health. Blue team steals the Drake. And now they are fighting.
Yeah, they're going for it.
Speedy Bandito. Mid running away. And Tilted Tom running for dear life. Speedy Bandito just goes down for the count. Giving away Drake, giving away 1 kill.
Little Garrett, dude? That's big Garrett. I don't know what you guys are talking about. 4-0 with the Jarvan. This is just fed enough, man. Like, if Jarvan gets 0 kills from here on out, that's totally fine. I think that's exactly what he needs, and now he should hopefully, you know, start getting assists.
Actually, that was my mistake. They get red team, Kangaroo Corral, Team Kangaroo Corral gave away two deaths and a dragon for that play. So that was a lot that they gave. That was a lot that they gave away, making this gold lead almost 3K.
Oh yeah, no, this is a nightmare scenario for the Kangaroo Corral here. Everything that was possible to go wrong insofar basically has gone wrong. They leashed the dragon for blue side here. Everybody died in the process. They blew... Actually, it looks like they didn't really blow that many summoners, just to heal on Speedy, and then they just accepted their fate, I guess. No flash required. But Jarvan, I was kind of hoping he would base here and spend this money, but he has pushed forward, and we're getting the ultimate down from
Seems like Nocturne will be ulting the fight. J4 will be joining the fray. Will Nocturne win this fight? Okay. J4 blows the ulti. And there's a 1 fight for Tranimal and Little Garrett. This is unlucky this is unlucky. Will this be a cleanup for mid?
I think the EQ saves him.
Okay, mid gets a kill, so it is a 1-for-1 trade. That's good.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade. Orianna does have to flash there, saves the ult, but very proactive play here from Jungle Control, so very excited to see what comes of this team. Little Garrett was kind of an unknown going into this tournament, I believe, right? Like, he's new to the league. I don't know who knows that guy. Who does that guy know? Do you know?
Sure. If anyone in the chat wants to tell us, like, who Little Garrett kind of knew before coming here, that would be cool.
Who brought him to us? Yeah.
who brought this godlike J4 to us? Please let us know. But like I said, if you look at it closely, bot lane again is playing weak side, right? They're just farming it out. They're not trying to take too much fights, and when he's the Sunny or Sunny Canton jungler. Okay, he's a jungler for Sunny.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would even call this weak side, man. Like he showed up bot for that dragon. They got a couple of kills. They got assists. It's only 8 minutes in the game. Like, it's not like this has been a long term.
They did give up a wave for it though, I think.
Okay, all right.
But you know, like, they're not trying to fight. That's all I'm trying to say, right?
I got
And
you.
that's how I feel what Tactic is good at, right? He's good on like scaly boy champions that end up, you know, he knows what to do when he eventually gets the lead. And that's why I think he's a really good ADC.
Okay.
Because he's just good at pushing that momentum once he gets it, right? And his
Sure.
although there's I know him personally, and his favorite thing in the world is Peel. So I'm very curious to see how this shakes out. But I know that the Ezreal pick is special because it allows him to self peel. Just get away from bad
Yes.
fights, right?
Yeah.
So that's the entire goal of his Ezreal play is that
Yeah.
where it seems like we're not gonna have peel. Trinimal's not gonna play a tank. Little Garrett neither. So we're gonna run it that way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I see what you're saying. Ooh, this
Alright,
wall.
Jiffer goes in, blows the ult.
Sweet.
Seraphine has to blow the flash. Nocturne will ult, and there's a fight going on in top lane.
Yeah, no time to breathe here. Looks like Tranimal has to ult to survive top lane, it appears.
I think it's a failed gang from both sides, but they blew Nocturne ult, they blew Seraphine flash. There is a pause.
Mordekaiser ult deleted the game? Question mark. It's actually a bug.
Mordekaiser bug, stop. But yeah. So it seems like two different plays just happened. I mean, not seems like two plays just happened in two different sides of the map. What made and both of them you got a few sums. You got an ulti out of it. So what do you think about that? Or like, you know, what's going on through your mind right now, Joa? Or
That's very nice. What I see here is that Jarvan got 4 kills early, and a nice dragon steal as well, and he's exerting more pressure all across the map. So he's kind of spreading that lead everywhere. So he got the boots too as his first item. Tabbies, I refuse to call them by their new name.
Plated steel caps.
He can yeet all over the map, and he used it to blow all sums and ults in the bot lane, so ideally he will be making a return, which actually he's already there. He's there now in that tri-bush, just waiting to pop off, now that Seraphine and Sivir are essentially naked.
Did the game just freeze?
Yeah, game's a little bit frozen on my end. The timer... yeah.
Everything is frozen. Is this another pause? This might be another pause, just a bug pause.
It's all good. We can keep gabbing.
Okay.
All right. Here it's going back in.
It looks like Wally Warp will be going for the Rip Herald, while K4 tries to make another play. Was that a forced play on his behalf? I don't think he swept the river, cleared any wards. He just kind of ran in. That's fine.
As a veteran on these kind of wonky champs that are very potent early and not so great late, and don't farm the jungler very well either, sometimes you gotta just go for it, man. Like you get a lot of payout and a lot of value by just walking up slowly and down smashing sometimes. So he went for it. You know, nothing this time, but they are gonna get the pressure for the dragon. So maybe there is something kind of a hidden.
It will be Rift Herald for Drake. It is good scaling. What is the...
Oh, yeah.
Ocean Drake. It's Ocean Drake. That's good.
Ocean Soul. That is a trade they are happy to make. We will have to see how Wally plays this Herald, but insofar, I don't believe there are any towers or anything he could execute with that. So, starting up 2-0 in the 4-dragon quest for Soul is something that Jungle Gap or Jungle Difference is happy to take.
You mean Jungle Control?
Yeah, whatever.
Team names,
schmeem names. Okay. Very interesting indeed.
It looks like things are settling down a bit as everyone's just going back to base, buying items, farming it up. There are no objectives on the board. Wally Warp may look for a turret somewhere, maybe before Dragon maybe a little bit before Dragon spawns to try and free up some plates.
No objectives, music. There are so many objectives. All these towers, brother. Kills. Seraphine ult comes out.
Okay, Seraphine ult. The Nocturne ult. J4 ults. They kill mid, and then they kill Seraphine in the process. That was not a fight.
Seraphine looks for the save there, but just not quite enough to save it, unfortunately. And Tranimal's just going to TP straight on back to lane. Happy as a clam, dude. 2 kills for nothing.
That is not a fight that the Kangaroo Corral wanted to take, or should have taken.
I mean, they got kind of hard engaged on, but yeah.
That's true. I mean, That's true.
They were maybe up a little bit far. They were definitely writing checks that they could not cash. And they will gladly add that to the lead over here. Jungle Control up 7-2, nearly 3K. We're closing in on a 3K number. No towers taken yet. Do you see a window into the game, or into victory, I guess, for the Kangaroo Corral here, or is this an FF of 15 in your eyes?
I feel that again, right? I feel that if Kangaroo Corral can get if can stall this game out for a little bit longer, I feel that they should be able to beat Chunko Control. However, the mystery condition for me is the Ezreal, because with the changes of the items, what does he build? Divine Sunderer now. It just does nasty damage.
Pretty sure there are like 50 Ezreal builds. Yeah, I do believe the Sunderer buff was maybe a touch too much. That item is cracked right now, so much so that they're gonna have to nerf Nasus. Ooh, a solo kill on top line for a while.
Was that a solo kill? Was it two?
No. I can't read.
Lyle charged in a 1v3.
Yeah, so it looks like he actually snuck a kill out of a big
so
nasty
1-for-1,
gank.
I think that was worth it. Well, Lyle did get killed, almost even in gold. It was a Morgana roam though.
Yeah, very nice.
So
from
bot is
Matthias
taking
there.
It seems like Tactics is gonna take the pressure from his support leaving.
Yeah, just trading a couple of plates for it. That's probably all Gucci, although I'm sure Lyle is very ecstatic about getting that kill, that return kill in the 1v3. Always nice. The glory of Mordekaiser ult, man, as I'm sure you're well aware.
Oh, that's true. Mordecai, I've played my fair share of Mordekaiser games. It is a beautiful champion.
Ooh,
Okay,
we have a TP for Mordekaiser.
There's a TP for Mordekaiser. They are now. It is a dogfight going on in the river.
Yeah, just one-tapping Olaf there. Lyle's deep, but he has nothing left to his name, so he's going to have to flash out. Huge Seraphine ult hits 3.
That is a 1-for-1.
Oh, it's so far, it's not...
1-for-2. Yeah.
Yeah, Tactics...
It seems like Tactics is able to pick up the kill right there. Gets the lovely back.
He's clapping, dude. That's not weak side of man. It's a party down there. Man. If Nocturne had flash, he could have flashed that wall and gotten like 50 kills. Think about it.
Oh, that's true. What do you guys think? Should Nocturne have flash, or should Nocturne just keep that ignite? Let us know in the comment. Let us know in the chat.
Wow. Subscribe to your YouTube channel. Nah, dude, the ignite's a power play. It's a big dominance move.
Can we pop up the item production, please? Thank you.
Oh, interesting. The Wits End Rush from Noct.
He is against a Mordekaiser, and Nocturne's best feature is the attack speed with the healing. It does provide extra resistance values, so it's actually really good.
No, I see what you're saying. That's an interesting pickup. Maybe not so obvious to the layman or some non-Nocturne, not lane Nocturne player.
It does seem like Kangaroo Corral is itching for this Ocean Drake. It will be a 5v4 though, because Nocturne does not have TP and does not have ulti anymore. There will be a fight for this. Red team takes Dragon, and I think gets to walk away here.
Yeah, positionally really nicely played there. I believe they recognized that they had the window there where they were going to have that 5-man opportunity. So they just bundled up on that objective a few seconds early, as we like to see, and they snatched it for free. So very nice pickup for them, and I'm sure delaying Ocean Soul is definitely on their list of things to do.
Alright, now that Nocturne has taken a turret, it does look like blue team is positioning for the last Rift Herald. Didn't Rift Herald have 2 different names? They were trying to name the second one, I think.
They're both named Shelly. It's the same Shelly. You can't change my mind.
Dude, I think it was Shelly and maybe Shally or something. Shally, I don't know. Sherry, something like that.
When I first heard it, it was like spoken to me, and I didn't read it, and I misunderstood, and I thought it was just named Herald, which is apparently not the case. But in my heart of hearts, I still believe that's the case here. That's true. It's just Herald. He's just chilling.
He's just Herald in your eyes. I see.
Mm-hmm. Harry just lurking up there before the Baron spawns.
It's Shelly and Shirley. Okay.
Shelly and Shirley.
Shelly's the first one and Shirley's the second one.
That person made that up. You can't change my mind.
Say Taylor.
Tail whip. Oh, I guess he's pretty lore informed, I would say. So maybe that is the case.
Okay, blue team will be looking to take this last first tier turret.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on it. Hopefully Control can get the execute here. Ooh, but the Oriana ult comes out and force some flashes.
The three-man Seraphine ult. Let's see if they can pick off the J4. They get the shutdown on the J4. That's big on the Sivir.
The Ori ult into the very money Seraphine ult is just not quite enough to stop that turbo-fed Jarvan from snapping up the kill there on ult take mid. Nicely done by them. They're going to have to trade for it. Ooh, it looks like Matthias is a little deep.
He will die as this, and I think we'll die in the process.
Yeah.
Valiant effort from Matthias. I think he saw a kill angle there, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough.
He saw some kill angle, dude, just not on this plane. Yeah, absolutely.
Matthias's mind, and that's all that matters. Alright, there is a play at the top lane. It is a 1v1.
Yeah, the ult comes through. Are they in the Shadow Realm? I believe so. I can't
They
really
are
tell
in the Shadow Realm, and he loses the 1v1, as expected. Mordekaiser is just really too strong in that 1v1. You never want to take him on like that, unless you have the proper resistances.
Ooh, Garrett's going deep.
Another fight in the bot lane. Wally were picked up. Tilted Tom and Speedy really low. Tilted Tom goes down for the count, and Speedy just runs for the hills.
Yeah, they did not retreat. That is kind of an all-gas, no-breaks play right there. They thought it was over, but it had only just begun. And Control displaying the very nice Ziggs mechanics there, blasting himself with the satchel to get in range, even though Ezreal ended up with a kill. Very nicely done by them. 19.5 minutes into this game. We're going on the 20-minute mark with a 3k gold lead. Maybe not as big as one would expect for how dominant and aggressive Jungle Control has been. How do you feel about the matchup right now?
I think Kangaroo Corral has been I don't know. They've been getting they've been good at keeping the gold lead within the 4K boundary, which is actually pretty nuts. From what you've seen, right, you'd expect that Jungle Control would be miles away with a gold lead, right? And it's just I'd say if you looked at it and I wasn't really looking that hard, I'd say maybe 4K, 5K, right? But it's only about a 3K lead. So
yeah, man.
To me, I think I'll take Mid's team as just good good at trying to keep that at bay, trying to mitigate whatever losses that they can get, getting some shutdowns along the way, and seeing if they can scale more with
they got
defensive items.
A decent amount of plates. They're all farming really nicely. Speedy Bandito notably is approaching perfect CS. Wally has a bunch of farm, a real grip of farm. Wow, he's all up in those camps. So this is absolutely a winnable position for them, and they just have to kind of play their cards right, I guess, and get these team fights going.
Another 1v1 from
there. It is.
From Nocturne versus Mordekaiser. That's just unlucky.
Lyle appears to be popping off in this mid game. He hit his core, dude. The Riftmaker power spike is too thick.
The Rook Stout famous words, core.
No. This is the opposite situation. After I hit my core, I get nothing. Ooh.
Okay, it looks like blue team will be attempting this dragon. Red team will try to fight this off. Lose their lives in the process.
Very nice heal contested tactics. Save Matthias.
Let's see if Mordekaiser can save this game.
No.
Infinite CC going on the Mordekaiser gets shut down. There's more and more gold pouring into their ADC.
Yeah. I appreciate the gumption of that TP from Lyle there, but it might have been a little ambitious, unfortunately. After his whole team dies, he's just gonna stare him down. He's like, all right.
It was a late gutsy TP. You gotta respect Lau for that. He had gusto.
Yeah, he had all the words.
To try and make that play.
yeah, for sure. And now we got the 5-stack on Baron. The 22-minute Baron, so it doesn't have all that much HP or anything like that. And the jungler is a good distance away. However, the Blast Count is still alive. Could he go for the steal?
Guess not.
Only if he hits it in the right direction. He probably didn't want that fight
well,
anyway. So.
I think that was a Ziggs W.
That wasn't the cone?
That was a Ziggs satchel because that bounce was way too small for it to be an actual
okay.
blast cone.
I retract my flame. I thought he just hit the blast cone just completely like orthogonal to where he wanted to go.
I think there's no vision there, so I'm thinking the Zig. I think Control just guessed where, like, the timing of when Wally would be walking up to that blast cone, and then he threw a satchel and then just blasted it right before the jungler would smite.
Wow, so it wasn't even a Wally Warp misplay, it was just a Control, like, Mega Mind 200 IQ play. I see.
I hope it was a Control Mega Mind 200 play, to 500 IQ play.
Dude, he's been popping off. I feel like, no flame to your boy Control, but I feel like he didn't have the greatest season last season, and I think his team might have not really shaken out the way that he wanted it to. But this time, if this game is anything to go off of, it seems like the fates may have been reversed a little bit, and he's been performing a lot better, I believe. Something might have changed. He might have, changed his schedule or his eating schedule or whatever. Ooh, fight breaks out.
Nocturne chasing for a fight. Two separate fights happening actually, with Team Jungle Control getting a pick on the Seraphine. Nocturne dies for that, but Nocturne is a small price to pay to try and take someone off from mid. I think all the 4 other members are just stronger than Nocturne at this point.
Yeah.
Tranimal is just existing to cause havoc, I think. Tranimal is a good player. I think he's just now existing to cause havoc.
Whoa, that sounds like there was a but coming. That's like, he's a pretty good player. But
right now, his only role is to cause havoc while his team does beautiful things with the fight, right?
Well, I think he's just understanding what his purpose is in this game at this point. Like, obviously, his days of contesting Lyle Walt here on the Turbo Thick Mordekaiser are long gone. So I think he's just going to be ulting Sivir, Seraphine, maybe even Orianna until the end of the game. Yeah.
That's fair. Try to pick someone. Try to pretend to pick someone off while the rest of your team actually picks someone off.
Right. It demands attention, and spreading people up, forcing resources onto you is a pretty good strat when you can't kill like 2 people on your team. So. Very good business there, and they are just cleaning up these towers, kind of methodical. But anyway, back to what I was saying, Control's looking like a madman this season, dude. He's been popping off in custom games. He's popping off in this game. He's playing like all these wonky champs. Not wonky, like Ziggs is a very straight up champ.
There will be a fight top lane. Nocturne throws down the ult. Jafer throws down the ult. Lyle tries to fight. Let's see if he can pick off. The flash is under turret. Lyle will die for this, along with Wally Warp. Nocturne gets a double kill, walks away. Vega of the Ziggs with the alley oop and the ulti. 3 for none. 3 for none on the side of Jungle Control.
Yeah, very nicely done there. Tremble playing that just right with no flash, so his positioning had to be spot on. And not only does he live to tell the tale, but he gets 2 kills to his name as well for that, so well done.
This is actually really tough. I completely neglected the fact that Control is playing Ziggs. It's actually pretty insane. Their pressure is just unbelievable because if they win the lanes and get the lead that they need, Ziggs just becomes a force, like just sieges turrets like crazy. Combined with the Ezreal W auto, J4 just zoning him out. It's insane.
J4 with the attack speed bonus, I think you meant to say, on the E.
Right.
Hello. He's not here just for looks, man. He's doing something. He's contributing.
You could say he's controlling the game.
Okay. I wouldn't go that far.
Okay,
No, absolutely.
I wanted to run a pun.
Yes, dude.
Alright,
Get it.
J4 running for the Sivir. Sivir blows ult. Sivir flashes out of the fight. Runs to safety. It looks like Dragon will be the next priority for both teams, and Jungle Control just gets the early vision, the early positioning on it.
Yeah, it seems like neither team was really there, ahead of time, but it looks like Jungle Control was able to establish that control of this area, as it were, and they were just popping flashes on the Sivir, forcing her way out of the fight. Ooh, Trinimal's going in.
Trinimal going in the fight. Seraphine landing, I think, a 2-person ulti. Fight's running rough. Matthias really low. Ocean Drake giving them a run for their money. Lyle cannot kill anyone at this point. I think this is over. Oh
There's
wait.
this weird bug on my screen music. All of the champions on the blue team are just healing a disgusting amount. I don't understand it.
Oh dude, I can see that too. It might just be a spectator bug. I'm not sure.
it might just be Ocean Soul, dude. Those
Oh my gosh, Control with another shot from the.
He Kobe'd that shot, dude. You know he had to do it to him.
He Kobe'd that shot, looked away, didn't even turn around.
Yeah, the absolute fadeaway. Except it's not a fadeaway at all because they're going for more. They're going to clean up the Nexus as well and close out the first game of this series in a pretty dominating fashion.
Man.
Wow. Really nicely played. Once they got rolling, which was very early, I might add, they kind of just never stopped.
I know. I think that Team Chunkle Control just pushed that all the way, and the damage graphs look exactly how I expected it to.
Yeah,
Ezreal
exactly.
fulfilled his duty, and Ziggs
Ziggs
just
doubling the
popped up.
damage. Yep, Ziggs almost doubling everyone's damage except Mordekaiser, who is just shy of that. But stunning performance either way. Everybody really pulling their weight. Matthias going for some nasty plays with the shield there. The Zonias, I believe he got that perfect like broken stopwatch Zonias, and then he bought Zonias and got the Zonias in the next fight. So really well done, well executed by all of them. Wow, what a game one, dude. What are your thoughts?
Dude, this was an extreme game one.
Extreme.
Like they basically fought their heart out, and they didn't give Team Kangaroo Corral a break.
Yeah, absolutely not. Once they started going, they did not let up, and that's kind of what you got to do. So 7-1-17 on this Jarvan pick. Little Garrett, kind of a powerhouse in his debut game. Look at him go.
The ganks were just phenomenal. I think that it was just unlucky that the fights panned out the way that they did. Because it almost, I think, from what I could see, the screen was a little bit blurry, but it could have gone either way. And I think that Little Garrett and Shannon will just play that a little bit better because they do have more damage coming out from them early, if I'm correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Mordekaiser's main power, like power spike, is the solo bolo Q, right? The Q just the solo bolo Q just makes you crit, and it's just an unspeakable amount of damage. It almost makes you want to cry whenever you get slammed by it. But
well, I think Tranimal experienced that a couple of times in a row, if I recall. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't write it off too unlucky though. I think I think they knew their comp and they executed it well. They were contesting where they had good priority. They knew their limits. I think it was just a nice execution across the board. Tranimal died 6 times, and then other than that, like almost no deaths. Inter, by the way. I'm just kidding. We love you. He was taking one for the team that game.
I think that okay, now that I relook at this comp, it just does seem to me that their comp was lacking in a super hyper carry, mid's comp, and I think that's just because mid being supposedly their best player on the team, correct? Defaulted to control. Well, supposed to be, right?
Okay.
Supposedly, sorry, wrong choice of words.
Sure.
But he opted to play a control mage versus his kind of bread and butter with the assassins. So it's just kind of unlucky or kind of like hard to see because there is no clear hyper carry from the side of I'll take mid. Granted, their comp could still win, but to me, it just didn't seem like there was much damage going in the way of either of their team.
Sure, I could see that. I think that might have just been the way that it shook out. I feel like it's a similar situation with Ziggs and Ezreal. I would say like Nocturne would probably be the crazy carry of that game, but obviously that's not what ended up happening. Regardless, though, I think we are going to jump into a quick break for a few minutes before the second game starts, and then we can go back to Gavin as we are so wont to do. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll catch you in a couple of minutes.
That's good. I'll see you guys later.
All right, everybody, we are returned for game two. Control, I'll take mid facing off. Kangaroo Squad and Jungle Control after a rousing game one. Pretty explosive, I would say, from Jungle Control there. They popped off. It was beautiful to see. I liked it a lot. I'm hearing cries of comp diff, but I think execution-wise, it was just a lot cleaner and really nicely played by them, so can't really take away anything there. How do you think I'll take mid. The Kangaroo Squad will change their strategy to come back in game two.
It really just, I'm not sure. I think that mid needs to be put on, like, maybe a stronger carry, or they either that or they have to play a fight a little bit better. Or Speedy Bandito has to be put on a way more aggressive ADC to be able to kind of shake off the edge from tactics and try to get some kills, because if mid is going to be put in the position where he's going to get banned out, you know, he doesn't have the massive champion motion. They banned 4 or 5 mid laners.
Are you kidding me? I feel like I'll take mid has a constellation of options, dude. Like every time, I don't know, every time we play, he plays a different champ, I feel, and he's like, oh yeah, like I can play that, whatever, it's fine. XD, why not?
XD
and then he just pops off and gets like a pentakill on like, I don't know, Zillion mid or whatever.
That's true.
Junk.
I think that maybe that they have to recognize the comps a little bit better in the early game. A lot of it was that one team understood their capabilities a lot more compared to the other, took the fight and, you know, ran that for their advantage. I mean, J4 started at an early 2 kill convenience, right? And
yeah, and then 4 kills not long after.
He just blew the lead towards his team. It looks like they will be flexing the Nocturne once more. And then it does look like they might be flexing the Echo. I can talk about scrims from last season, right? Is that okay? Is that
that's fine, but I gotta say, man,
I mean, you have to remember during our scrims with Chanimal's team, with Lyle Walton specific, he ran that Echo
down
4 games down and 4 games straight, right?
No, he played it a lot of times, yeah.
Yeah, so it is a possible flex from Lyle Walt, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think Wally Warp does play Echo Jungle. It's possible, but I don't think it's just his style. I'm not sure.
I know he's played it. I've seen him play it, Echo Jungle before, and he kind of plays whatever. Like I think he can play all the meta picks, pretty much all the off meta picks.
Okay,
he was an early adapter of Morgana Jungle.
So it would be a 3-way flex, correct?
I mean, yeah, like you could paint it that way, but I'm gonna say if Echo's first picked with I'll take mid at the helm, like there's no way he's not getting that shit. That's his champ. That's banned against him every game, bro.
That's true.
It would be a sin. It would be criminal to not let him play it, in my opinion. That's how I feel. He can't stop himself from getting fed on that champ. He pops off every game.
All right, they will see a Mordekaiser ban on the red side.
One and done there for Lyle. Yeah, he's not getting that back. Apparently, it was too hot to handle.
Mordekaiser is just like kind of strong, and he just bullies anyone who like after like level 3 or 4. I think it just or even level 6, right? Reverse that, but at level 6 it's basically a 1v1 kingdom, right? If you don't abuse the Mordekaiser that early, set him back a few, you're gonna have a rough time trying to win this 1v1.
Yeah, Mordekaiser's certainly an annoying pick. I don't know if it's like the strongest pick in the universe, but if you're looking for magic damage and 1v1 potential, it's certainly there. Notably, so we not only do we get the Echo for I'll take mid, possibly, but we also get the Caitlyn for Speedy Bandito. I'm sure that's not a flex pick. So.
Oh, that is true. I hope not. Surprise! It's Speedy Bandito playing Leona.
Yep, gotcha. You never saw that coming. We're looking at a possible Camille here with the hover, and it is
that is the Lyle Camille. I have fought that once and once again, and I do not like it. It is Lyle Camille.
The young Lyle Camille, as it were. facing off versus Nocturne, I have absolutely zero idea how that plays out. But in general, I feel like Camille's mobility will be pretty frustrating for Nocturne, uh, especially if he elects to go Ignite again. The Zin is locked in for Wally, something he's been playing a good amount of since its recent like rise in the jungle after all those buffs.
Mhm.
Not only to the pick, but also to the way that the jungle works. And he's going to be facing off against Volibear. I know Little Garrett's been playing a decent amount of this, so I'm excited to see how it goes on the stage for him because it's just a fun pick. Like you're always having a good time if you're playing Volibear, man.
That, I think, is a Nocturne
Ooh,
mid. Good
yeah, you
sir.
don't say, dude.
It is a Nocturne mid with, again, the Nocturne Flex, three-way
The
potential.
legendary 5-way Nocturne
It's
Flex. He can
not
play it
even five.
anywhere.
Honestly, put him there.
Put him there,
Um,
dude. Yeah.
it yeah, it will be Jax on the top to try and get a favorable matchup for Tranimal.
Hmm.
Um, Troll aiming for the big boy roams, and
Big
Volibear just to
boom.
enable some big boy dives, right? So
Yeah, yeah. And you know, Jax and Nocturne both like to go in. So, Volibear being able to
oh,
turn off those towers, get all up in
just
your face and hit the
enables
stun gun.
everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very nice. I think the way that their comp is shaken out is pretty nice. Kind of a lack of magic damage, I believe, across the board here. Um, who do you think came out on top here in this draft?
Dude, I'm I'm in the favor of Team Jungle Control right now. Their comp,
Really?
I don't know. I think yeah they are lacking in magic damage, but if they
Hmm.
pull off this comp, it's actually pretty nuts because the volley bear, like the miracle volley bear ult, along with the nocturne jump in, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
disabling the turret, allowing for the dives. It's just perfect, right? And even, it doesn't even have to be that. It can just be on the Camille too, right? So
sure.
it can happen in all avenues of the game, even mid.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
am curious though. I do want to lean for I do want to personally want to lean for Kangaroo Corral because I do want a game three.
Hmm.
um, it's just control. It's just mid on his signature pick, right?
It's his
So
pick, man. Yeah, I'd
his
be kind of
mortifying pick.
baffled if we don't get the game three here. I think the Echo is gonna go ham. Speedy's on his pick as well. They have the nice scaling. They have the very annoying Camille pick that Lyle is very fond of. Biggest X factor in this game, Xinjiao, kind of a question mark for me. I have no idea how Wally's gonna do on that champion. It is very strong in the earlier phases of the game. Pretty annoying to deal with as well. So perhaps it is his turn to shine. A lot of setup there with the Camille, with the Echo. He could go pretty hard, and very quickly we could see reversal of fates here between the teams, if things hit a little bit different, as it were.
Yeah, that's true. Again, it looks like the bot lane would be similar. On the like side of Team Jungle Control, and it's just
Mhm.
classic Ezreal Morg, just playing the way they play, right? Which I think is fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Um,
very successful for them last game. This
that's
time we
true.
do have the Leona, which has been slotted in over the Seraphine, which I find kind of interesting because I think a fast Black Shield hand would make the Leona pick a lot less strong. However, I guess that's going to be the test of the game, right? To see if Matthias can, slam Black Shield faster than Leona can CC you 10 times. Um,
And you could force the Ezreal E to drag her away from the
the
fight,
big,
right?
the big force move. Very
Yeah,
true.
you
Very
can
true.
you can literally yeet her all the way all the way through the lane,
Yeah.
just by eing away at the
Hmm.
right moment. So there's a lot of ways this fights could shake out, right? Um, I'm confident in Speedy's Caitlyn, and I'm
Yes.
more confident in Mid's Echo. So let's see in the next 15 seconds or and on, right? As the
Yeah.
timer just shakes down, um how much Team Kangaroo Corral can actually get an advantage from here. What do you guys think in chat? Um
Wow.
who do you think, right? We should also ask the audience, right? What do you guys
Breathing
think?
life into the chat. I see you.
Dude, a part of Twitch stream is also interacting with chat. So
It's true,
if
dude. It's the reason we're all here.
what do you guys think? Who's the stronger team here? Tell us why, right?
Tell us why.
Oh, the Trick or Treat Echo.
I didn't even know that that was a skin, dude.
It was. It's a crazy skin.
When did that come
Uh,
out? Is that new?
um, last Halloween.
Okay. I guess they only released this on Halloween. You right. You right.
Yes,
You right.
sir. Trick or Treat Echo for a reason.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, Mama Nell's chiming in. I didn't realize you watched games that weren't Toasty's games. You're always
Oh,
here, though. It's fantastic. We love to see that kind of support
the
way
best,
out here.
the best support in the world. Mama Noel saying rooting for Tilted Tom.
Extremely pog. We also have
Uh,
the Warring Kingdoms Xin Shao skin. I just gotta say, it's the best Xin skin. You can't change my mind. He's got the cool winged hussar or whatever they're called. Feather deals. Ooh,
Oh.
going in on little Garrett. He's just gonna
Chunking.
walk away. Dude.
Chunking little Garrett just walks away, being the volley bear he is. No, Lin plays tomorrow. Josh Cootie. That is our match against. We'll talk about that towards the end of the series.
Wow, Josh pretending this matchup is already over. I see. A little bit of action in the level 1, no deaths, but little Garrett was able to shrug off that early aggression from Wally there. Is the E start on Xin standard now? I haven't played that champ since the rework, but I know in the jungle you would traditionally start either Q or at the very least W.
I would think so too, based on what I've been playing with Xin Zhao. From what little I played Xin Zhao. Really?
Sus, I'm gonna say. Sus, I guess he's going ham, I suppose. Alright, he's right. Alright, that's right.
Alright.
I trust TJ.
Okay. You trust TJ, but not our production boy droid? I see.
No.
Okay, I see.
Not allowed to disclose how much elo I've extracted from TJ.
I think it has been E first since before the rework. Okay.
Oh yikes! Alright, I'm being flamed. I'm exposed, brother.
Not a real jungler. Okay.
Not a real
very
jungler.
early fight shaking out. Echo flash control with ignite. Not a good trade for mid. But
he does have the corrupting pot going. He's okay. You know, they're skirmishing. Nocturne is a very strong pick in those early levels. They're going for it. We like to see it. Both junglers electing to go and clear that entire quadrant of the map, but where they go from here will be interesting. Garrett looking for a cheeky sneak behind here on the Echo.
will this actually shake down to be something good? Let's see.
Yeah, they're splitting up nicely here. They're gonna.
Ooh, it looks like Morgana is on the move along with Ezreal.
Yeah, it's gonna stay to rest.
This will be a very interesting collab. Oh, first blood onto the Xin Zhao. Nocturne's turn to get picked out from this. Will he live? Not today. Again with the jungler, Wally Warp running with a 2 for 2, 2 for none special on both games.
Music, dude. From your lips to God's ears, we might just get a game 3. They heard you, and Wally's gonna start the game with the 2-0, and I'll take mid on the signature Echo pick. Is gonna slide through and just be so annoying as always. You'll love to see it.
Oh, let me rephrase. I think I thought Wally got 2 kills in game 1. I'm sorry. Each jungler going 2 for none in the first in the first portion of the game.
Yeah.
This is shaking out to be a series. Let's see.
Well, I mean, it's very early. 2 kills, though. Excellent start for sure. Ooh, Lyle's
I know.
smartly waiting out on the E.
Oh, wins the trade on the Jax.
Wow, flashes, but just can't quite reach the auto. Does the W have it?
Ooh.
It does.
W just barely enough to reach that Jax.
Yeah, really nicely done there. Wally Warp snapping back this game, dude. He has something to say about last game, and he's not leaving anything on the table this time.
Jax going in for the TP.
The dieback? Here it is. No.
No,
Nice.
Lyle missed that crucial stun. Little Garrett jumping in the fray. Let's see if he can do anything about it.
Yeah,
No.
unfortunately, it looks like Volibear without Flash is going to struggle a little bit here, though. Kind of surprised he didn't cast out the E just to try to get the slow and maybe do a little something something, but electing instead to go to his Krugs and farm it up, dude. Respect. I got you.
Like those
Sometimes
with
it's not
Zyla.
there, man. Sometimes it's
You
not
don't
there.
always have to take a fight, though. You're right. Sometimes it's not there.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, the explosive start is absolutely
Common
on their
theme
side
tonight.
this game
Yeah.
instead of the other side with a quick 1.6k gold lead. That's pretty awesome, and it's all concentrated onto Wally as well. So he's like a full 1,000 gold ahead of his counterpart, Little Garrett, on the Volibear. If he can translate that into leads for the other lanes as well, or shoot, man, maybe he just 1v9s. It's early. I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. I do hope that he gets to translate into some sort of further push lead. Because I'm very curious to see how Team Jungle Control can try and come back from this early setback, right? It does
Yeah,
look like they
absolutely.
will be going for Dragon here. Most likely no contest. Volibear will be walking in though.
Looks like they're going to strike while the iron is hot here, and they saw the opportunity. I believe we had some good prio in the mid lane there. They were able to rotate around. Wally hasn't even backed yet. He's already gotten the 3 kills and the dragon, so lots of pressure exerted on the map here. He's wasting no time, and this is going to be a fat back for Mr. Warp.
Oh my, he comes back with a full serrated Dirk.
All right, well, maybe it wasn't that crazy. He could
Nope,
fly.
and full boots. Tier 2 boots, folks. For those of you who are Tier 2 boots first lovers, right there.
Dude, it's actually broken. It's insane, man. Should have been cooldown boots though. Just ask Blood. Trust.
Oh, true. Alright.
Yeah, very smartly returning to the bottom side of the map. No objectives over here, so he's kind of clearing away from it, seeing if he can, get back up onto that Jax, who I believe he knows has no flash. Maybe try to get control again. I like to see it.
Mid going into the shooting out with the mastery flash, you know?
Dude,
all,
I'm
all in good
convinced.
sport. All in good sport.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he has that bound to a key or something. Like every time he presses E or like auto attacks or whatever, it just slams up because that thing is on non-stop. It's on a repeat for him.
I'm surprised Noct didn't go TP Ignite. Well, this is Control we're talking about here. I don't think Control likes in particular TP Ignite.
Not that type of player, huh?
Not the type of player. Unless you're IRF, and then that's a guy who will go not TP, will go no flash.
Ooh, Lyle.
Jax will get caught in Jax will just go down in a 2v1 fight.
Word, dude.
Nocturne jumping in the fray. Let's see if Nocturne getting the beautiful shutdown. 1 for 2.
1 for 2. Very nice shutdown, though. I think Control saw the window there and tried to catch a taste of something, and he shuts down Wally Warp for a nice chunk of change. That's going to be pretty nice for him when he ends up returning to base. But they just eviscerated Volibear there. Did you see how quickly he died, man?
Yeah, I think he got the knockup either before or after his flash, and it looked like, is Volley 6 now? I can't tell.
I don't
Okay, so he didn't have ult to even try or attempt that. A fight will
They're
shake
going
out. Volibear ult's on place.
Yeah, he's 6
And-
now. I'll take mid tries to get the return, or I guess the turnaround kill there, using his flash and everything, but not quite snagging it. And now what do we see? Control's in trouble in the top lane.
Oh, his team is coming in to save him. Let's see if it'll work out. Wally Warp getting the kill on Control. Morgana inching the binding away, unfortunately.
My word, dude. He's giga thick. He's way too big.
And the turns have tabled for Team Jungle Control,
Dude.
who had an excellent display in Game 1. And now I think I think Team Kangaroo Corral is running a clinic right now.
Okay, that's one way to put it, I suppose. Little Gary
Showing them
definitely
how it's really done.
only had eyes for Wally there. That was pretty crazy. Watch him just walk past everybody. He's like, no, 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 no. I am gonna go onto this Zinzao, and he's gonna die. But unfortunately, the 3 characters he walked past did not, let him do that. So they are,
True.
sitting on a comfortable 4-something thousand lead, and they're gonna get a Rift Herald as well. I'm sure they're gonna get the next dragon. Oof.
It's a 4.5 actually.
Yeah, it's 4-something. That counts.
Yeah. Or something. You're close. The something's close. 12-inch saying it's a Mama Knowles buff. You are right. When she cheers on for Tilted Tom, it seems like Wally Warp is just the answer.
I'm just saying, man. Toasty had the Mama Nose buff all last season, and look how well he did. He won the tournament.
That's true.
It's OP. It's overpowered. You can't change my mind.
Mama Knowles, please tune in for tomorrow's match also. We could use the buff. Please don't buff Blood's team.
True MVP. should be Coach Knowles.
Oh, it's Coach Knowles, no longer Mama Knowles.
Yeah, exactly. Either way, the full Sunderer is completed for Camille here. That's interesting tech. I think I was reading about this online. The buffs were so significant that I think some Camille players are opting for this over the classic Trinity Force. I'm not sure it's correct or if anything has been concretely decided. But either way, he has it, and Jax is sitting on just bits. He only has pieces of his item, so he is much worse for wear in that situation. And it looks like instead here, Jungle Control is going to try to take just anything they can get here and sneak, or not really sneak, but grab this dragon while they have the opportunity to do so.
I mean, they did have the prio bot lane. I think it was warded. But I think they warded it mid dragon take.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, either way, they saw the opportunity there. They got the rotations and snagged it, so good on them for sure.
Oh, look at that chunk.
It's disgusting, dude. Lyle is flexing. I'm not sure that's going to go through in game 3, or maybe it'll end up being a first pick scenario or something of that nature. Ooh, there's more blood to be had.
Okay, another fight ensues. Wally Warp just gets Matthias, and who went down? I think it was Volibear. Volibear goes down for the count too. Ezreal just walks away and says, "Nope, I am not fighting this 1v3."
Exactly. Yeah, he was in a bit over his head there. Wally, exactly 1 brick thick dude. He's got the Eclipse already. I think he can fight just about anybody in the game. And he's doing it. They're grabbing towers. They have the Herald, or did he already drop it? I might have missed that.
I think they... Could it have timed out? He doesn't... It could have timed out. I don't remember seeing a Herald on the map though, but maybe we just missed it. We're just blind casters. It's okay.
I missed it, dude. We're gabbing. We're talking about other stuff. Important things like team coaches.
Coach Knowles. But yeah. This is very unfortunate for Team Jungle Control. I think.
Yeah, that's grotesque. I think.
Oh,
Wally...
that is a 3K jungle gap.
Yeah.
Jungle gold
casually
actually.
doubling Volibear's gold. That said, Lyle is maybe out of position here.
Let's see if he can get out.
Oh wow.
We're gonna lance the binding with the ult. I mean, Jax playing the stun right. Gets the beautiful shutdown on Lyle.
For a moment there, it looked like he had it, had the Great Escape, but with no flash, and Matthias landing that very nice binding. He held onto it for just the right amount of time there. They were able to secure the big shutdown. So Jax is super happy to grab that. I don't want to say he's necessarily back in the game, but that's certainly a step in the right direction. Ooh, and they're out for more here. Nah, no, just kidding.
It did look like they were out for blood, and it did look like it. To be fair.
Every time I see Volibear, man, I feel like Volley just has to go in. That's his move. However, he showed great restraint, and perhaps that was for the best. They have lane swapped here after taking the tower bot lane. A nice rotation. Caitlyn's so good at taking towers and just exerting that range advantage, especially over little old Jax. So I think that is going to push Trundle down to the bot side here. And they're just going to clean up these towers here. 3-0. It's a huge difference in pressure on the map. So they're certainly leveraging this lead in a nice way.
That's true. The next big objective here would be the dragon in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So let's see what blue team will do. Will they try and go for a pick, or a good team fight, or will they just get the control around the dragon pit and see if they can skirmish there? Ezreal is topside, trying to clear the farm. He has time to walk down, so let's see what vision that they can establish.
Yeah, it seems like they're on it. You know, they push their top wave, they base, they're gonna get their mid and bot pushed as well. So should be no trouble for them, especially with this lead to grab control there. Ooh, Lyle looking for a little something. However, there are about 800 wards in this blue side, or I guess blue buff side of the jungle
None of
here.
which Tilted Tom found, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's exactly the case, but they're denying much vision, so they are doing their duty. 0-0-0 for worst tactics.
A Nocturne ult, keeper pick. I think that was a flash from Echo. And everyone just walks away.
Yeah, looks like I'll take mid, forced to flash there. Not trying to die this game. Oh, he even used his little rocket belt as well. So.
Oh, proto belt, yeah.
Yeah. They changed the names, man. Why do they change the names on stuff so often?
It came with the season. We're already 6 months in, bro.
Alright, I'm flaming. This pink ward's been in this pink ward's been in this pixel bush forever, dude. They've been chilling for a year in this region, and just no one saw fit to walk into the pixel brush. That's minus points. I'm calling that out.
Oh man, this gold lead is actually just growing and growing, Rook.
Oh yeah, we're certainly approaching the kind of
the 10K territory.
Insurmountable status. I don't think this game has another like 10 minutes in it, or at least shouldn't. But you know, that is not my call.
Up for debate. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Control forced to flash over the wall. He's behind enemy lines here.
It looks like they will try to catch his Jax out.
Yeah, not today, unfortunately. The Black Shield's going to be just enough. And his nice mobility control, just casually basing in, you know, the enemy Grump swamp. But here comes the Herald.
We'll take this without contest. So where do you think the move is now? After they have 2 Drakes, they're sitting comfortably at a near 10k lead. Near 10k. Where do you think the next move is to drop this Herald? What's the best place to siege right now? Or at least
at this point, I don't think it even matters. Like with this lead, like Camille's going on 2 items, Kate has 2 items, Echo's going on 2 items. They're ahead so much money wherever they decide to go. I think they will be successful, and they have to just do that. I guess, you know, mid's a pretty short lane or whatever. I guess they could drop it there, blast those towers, and end through there. I'm always a pretty big fan of dropping at opposite side of the Baron, but they're so far ahead that the Baron isn't even up yet. So
that is true.
But yeah, they're just kind of cleaning everything up, very methodical, not letting anything slip up. Definitely don't want to throw. I've seen worse games, farther behind games thrown than this in the TCL, I believe. So, you know, I think there's no shame in just trying to close it out. That said, every second that they wait is another second that, you know, Jax scales, or I guess Ezreal scales, but TBH, I don't think there's much coming back for the Nocturne and the Ezreal. And the Volibear, whose window of relevance was oh so brief.
I mean, without a mythic, and I'm pretty sure the mythic he's going for is the coveted Temtank. I don't know. It's just gonna be hard for Volibear to even be able to do anything here. They will drop the Herald mid to apply some form of pressure. You know, just a slow awaiting
Yeah, they're not falling
coming
out there. They're just gonna
from
let it
Shirley.
blast.
Shirley, not Shelly. Shirley.
Oh, yes. I'm choosing not to hear you.
Selective hearing.
Mm-hmm. Nocturne does have ult, but it looks like he may not be forced to use it.
They
I gotta
will
say
be
the
chasing Lyle here, and this will be a this will be a Baron if they keep chasing. Lyle gets a kill on Nocturne.
Lyle's chilling. It's gonna take them the next like 10 years to kill him. Apparently, good
And
gravy.
they finally got him, but at what cost? Let's watch this Baron. They have stolen the Baron.
Stolen the Baron.
Oh my gosh.
My eyes, little Garrett, dude. Bless your heart. He's going for it. You know what? 0-5. No, he's getting in there to get the steal. Macro be damned. Who knows? We're getting Baron because it's up. Yeet.
Little Garrett, a trooper by heart. Try to save this game inch by inch.
No, he went for it, dude. Like that makes sense. Like if the enemy team's going for kind of a silly Baron, then why not? I suppose.
Fight for it, right? You're right. You're completely right.
I mean, maybe it's not silly, but you know, to 50-50 it when you're so far ahead is maybe ill-advised. Nonetheless, they are able to secure a tower on the back end, and I think Shelly might also have gotten her pop on that bottom tower. So slowly but surely, they're closing it out. And dragons obviously come
to the dragon pit. Nocturne and Jax still not there.
Well, they had to base and reset.
Well,
They've
Jax
killed
has no
Camille and all
TP,
that.
so I think they're fine.
Yep, all good there. Camille also able to teleportarius in, just snagging herself a red buff while she knows little Garrett is otherwise occupied. And it looks like they are going to try to, you know, push into this area. If we see a scuffle here, I'm kind of curious who the red side team here tries to target. Like, everyone is just so big. Who's their, you know, public enemy number one? Oh my goodness. Off screen, Trenimal on the Jax here, securing a nice kill onto Camille, who may have overstepped a wee bit. Ooh!
Oh, that was a close dragon steal.
Yeah, Wally with the nice smite secure there. 900 damage smite's a hell of a drag.
By chipping out, they lose the Morg, and I think everyone gets to walk away.
Oh yeah, I'm
Jax
sure
is
they're
just
very
mindlessly, Trenimal just mindlessly pushing, just what a Jax does.
Mindlessly, excuse me. He's using his entire brain for this.
Yes, press W, press Q.
Okay, alright. All the Jax players in the chat are maulding, thank you.
I'm okay with it. Jax is public enemy number one.
Wow. Shin somewhere off screen, totally raging.
Let him.
Yeah, he grabbed the tower, he grabbed the solo kill. He's not irrelevant anymore, so, you know, while he was weak earlier, he's much stronger now.
Shutdown on mid, where did that come from?
Yeah, all these off-screen deaths with the crazy 1v1s that were not going that way before, but the tables have turned, as you said. I think no Nocturne ult was used there either, so you might have just gotten a cheeky catch with the Stride Breaker. A lot of...
Echo did
we have
not
a lot
have
of thoughts
for
on
that
that
fight
item.
either, so...
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the pace of the game has slowed down a little bit, and
the gold lead is slowly increasing though, so that's good on Triple Control.
Yeah, they're slowing it down. They're getting their foot back in the door here for this game, slightly wedging it open where they can. This Dragon Soul is going to be pretty rough for them should it go over to the Kangaroo Corral. But we have at least a few minutes before they have to worry about that. Volibear completed a Mythic item. We're out here?
Oh my? You got it? Jax, 1v2ing.
Might have pushed up a little too far, considering there's nothing his team can apply pressure onto while he's down here, and his vision was pretty weak. Lyle snapping up that kill.
I was a little too far, too overzealous from Trenimal right there, thinking that he was able to push that game, push that wave all the way past river.
He's letting it rip, man. He's seen countless Jax players over the years. He knows exactly what they do. Like you said, they press A, they left click, they press W.
That is true. Sometimes the occasional Q, maybe the E if they're feeling spicy, and then R to tie it off. You know.
Yeah, man. Apparently Jax is good again. I have no understanding of the realm of top lane. I don't. I try to stay away from that because I feel like it's not a boring role, but I guess when you're bad like me, it can be. So I'm not really sure what this looks like. Although I do believe Jax is supposed to be pretty decent into this Camille. And we're getting kind of late in the game. You know, what looked like it was going to be a 15-minute Stomperino, you know, has evolved. There's something more here. Jax is kind of scaling up a little bit. Like, yeah, he just got caught out, but, you know, he's approaching 3 items. Volibear at least has a mythic. Pug. Nocturne just 1v1 to Echo. Perhaps the window for this game is wide open for the jungle gap, jungle control.
I wouldn't say wide open, but I'm saying it's slowly creaking open. You know,
it's creaking. It's thinking about opening, dude. Yeah.
You can hear it like, you know, inching open, and you know.
Sure.
Team Jungle Control is trying to force their way through a closed window, right? With what was supposed to be an insurmountable near 10k gold lead, is now about 7 gold with a 7k gold difference between Jungle Control and Kangaroo Corral. A fight ensues again. Jax on a shutdown on the Xin Zhao. Caitlyn kills off the Morg. Volibear ults to safety but does not get away. That was a winning team fight for Team Kangaroo Corral. 1 for 2.
That was 1 for 2. Yeah, that is something they can work with for sure. The jungler, notably, is dead, so perhaps they can transition that into Baron, or maybe they can just use their man advantage here and take one of these waves to the inhibitor. So help me, God.
Let's see if they can actually push this a little bit of a long death timer, right? A little bit of a long death timer.
Yeah, we're
like what? About 20 plus seconds?
Yeah. Looks like they're probably just going to try to save this tower here, take this fight if they will give it to them, and convert this into Dragon Soul. I'm not sure they even...
team fight soon. And, oh, Echo just going in on the Ezreal, chunking him down. Caitlyn trying to save what's left. And Jax will fall.
Yeah, Jax falls to the Zin there. Camille's in
Ezreal
very deep.
Ez falls to the Camille. Volibear getting squat.
Yeah, he is unfortunately a little bit too far behind. He cannot really take those super deep engages like he may have been able to earlier in the game. Lyle's just gonna one-pop what remains of that tower. And it looks like the Infernal is gonna go down. That's gonna be the 4 dragons there. Wally securing that final point for Soul. So they're going to be quite wide. And they're getting 2 for 1 here. They're getting everything at the same time with the Baron and the Infernal Soul. And I think, you know, that may be enough. I don't want to jinx it, but they might be able to close out if Tilted Tom arrives, you know, to tank the Baron.
Team Kangaroo Corral now with a visible 10k gold lead.
It's like 12.
Nocturne, right? It's 10. Oh, it's 12. Actually, I can't math. I'm sorry. Nocturne going for the shutdown on the Camille. Was 12, now 11. Daj.
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 I see you. Yeah.
But,
Camille definitely trading her life for all of the neutral objectives.
She did get a turret though, which I think was fun. But she did die for that though. However, there are no major objectives for red side to take. They'll just be trying to farm up, scale up, while Camille is just slowly waiting for the gray screen of horror to go away.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Jack's TP down, he would be kind of trolling, I think, to go for a big split here. So I believe we'll just see a big 5v5 situation. I guess Lyle has TP, so he could split in theory and then TP into the fight. But at this point, I kind of want to just see them 5-man fight and take advantage of the fact that Volibear has 1 item at 30 minutes. And so on and so on.
And boots. Oh, that is a 5k gold difference between the jungle.
That's 5k. Yeah, that is.
Oh my god.
5,000 gold, brother. Yeah.
Wally Warp showing little Garrett how jungling is really done.
Wow. They're just passing the baton, okay? Game 1, they had the handshake. They agreed, all right, Garrett, you pop off this game. Game 2, it returns to Wally. Now it's his time to shine. And he did not disappoint.
Game three is just the it's to all the tables are on. All bets are on,
All
right?
bets are off, dude, as it were.
As you were, everything is game.
Mm-hmm.
Contact
Yeah,
with the Daddy Jax will carry. Let's see if Daddy Jax will carry.
Zother Jax, if you're
Zother
not.
Jax.
Now they have no inhib tower here, so something tells me if they were going to fight, they should have done it while that was still up, but the inhib is going to go down.
Walker going in with an ulti, chasing the Echo down. Echo still does have ultimate though, will ultimate back. Chunks pull the Garrett down, goes with the Gonyas, another fight in Susan's back. Oliver ults out, but dies to the Echo. Oh, this is a bloodbath! Oh my god! Caitlyn going for an ult. Ezreal just dies to Xin Zhao. They kill Morgana. They take the inhib.
Wait, this is the Jax 1v3 to save the game.
Is this
Under the
Trinimal's
Nexus
time
towers.
to shine?
Put the game on his shoulders, dude. He goes in, he goes for the counter strike, but it's not quite enough.
Wait, no. Jax goes down for the count. This will be game 2 going to the side of Kangaroo Corral. We will have a game 3. This is a series, boys.
Hell yeah, dude, we're in it. We got another game ahead. Huge lead coming through off of Wally in the early game, and that translated into a really high momentum and kind of pop in mid game, and then things really slowed down toward the end there as they made sure to not throw, but in doing so kind of threw. But
Oh my gosh, the damage graphs. It was
yeah,
literally the difference of the battle of the tops.
It was top versus top gameplay, dude.
And
Out of control.
And mid just going through with, you know, the final push, right?
Sedge. Oh, apparently Camille counters Jax. Yeah, I have no idea. Sorry on that one, boys. That's above my pay grade. Yeah, notably the Volibear doing that 4,600 damage compared to Zin's like almost 15k.
That Morgana has done more damage than Volibear, but
his bar graph is longer.
You have to understand that the Volibear really didn't have a jungle to play in.
You know, oh yeah, very unfortunate when you fall behind so badly like that. There's just not a whole lot you can do, especially if your lanes aren't able to help you there. Contrary to popular belief, jungle is it's a team role, brother. Let me tell you, it's not always a jung diff. Cry.
It's not always a jung diff.
I have no idea, but wow, we are in for a series, lads. Game 3 is on the way. Let's take a quick break here to collect ourselves, and I'll see you back in a few minutes.
All right.
To hold our heads up high and beat the drum to what we love. Risk the fall, or we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last strife. Hearing voices from afar, join the madness when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take
All
it
right,
all.
returning for Game 3, Rick Stout and Music X in the booth. Wow, what a banger of a Game 2, dude. One-sided games only, apparently, tonight. What are we looking at here? What pep talk happened between games for I'll Take Mid's team? Did he bust out the secret sauce, as it were? Like he had Michael Jordan's water bottle or whatever it was? Is that what's going on here? Is this a performance-enhancing drug situation?
Oh, are you suggesting that Mid's team is doping their way to victory?
Could be, dude.
Can you
Who's
even
to say?
dope? Can you even dope in esports? How does that work? Wouldn't that just be called
You know,
like,
that's actually a pretty huge
hacking,
can of
macroing?
worms that I'm not sure I want to get into, but I
Okay,
think
yeah,
stuff like
let's.
Adderall, like you could say that Adderall's a performance
Okay,
enhancing drug
okay.
and stimulants in general, like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Um,
This is nuts. Who do you think? Okay. Place our
anyway,
bets here.
yeah,
Place our bets here, folks. Our mythical, magical, non-existent bet. Who
I'm
do you
going-
think is gonna get the 2-0 early kill? Will it be
yeah.
Wally Warp or
Uh-huh.
Will Garrett this game?
I'll wait to see the picks. If I can see the picks, then I'll tell you.
Okay.
That's
you
how
want
I feel.
You want some information first? I see.
A little bit of intel. I don't like going in raw like that, just blind.
All right.
we
It
are
looks like we have Diana, Silas, and then we have Gangplank, and I think Ziggs. The Echo Band. Okay, this is the 3 mid lane band now.
Are you sure it's not a Silas Jungle Flex band?
Oh, maybe.
Yep.
We don't know.
Yeah, an interesting transition here. The Ziggs has been banned. Yeah, see, okay, this is right. I like this. I like this adaptation. This is the beauty of the best of 3. I think seeing the teams adapt to what's being played, what they can and cannot deal with. So the Wukong has slid through, and rather than being the Nocturne Flex first pick, that's been the case for the prior 2 games. We're seeing instead the Wukong.
Okay.
which is very cool. I like that. But the Ziggs had to be banned away, I think. So the Kangaroo Corral here picking their poison, as it were, because they just did not want to deal with that pressure from the Ziggs again.
I think that's fine. Ziggs just exerted an absurd amount of pressure, and I think the Kangaroo Corral is just saying if we can't get that lead, and if they get that early lead, if we can't mitigate it at all costs, Ziggs will just run us down.
Yeah. Yeah, very fair. I mean, I don't know if it's so much about running down as it is like just eating all of your waves, exploding all your towers at like a quarter HP or whatever the number is. It's a dastardly pick and it hurts to play against. I gotta say.
True.
It starts off kind of slow, but it really gets rolling. Instead, we are returning to form here with the Jarvan 4 and the Morgana for Little Garrett and Matthias, which makes a lot of sense.
Pretty similar comps all throughout. Comfort pick, comfort pick, comfort pick, and
Yeah.
Leona Caitlyn again for our bot lane. They do ban the Ezreal to say
Hmm.
we're like tactics. We've seen you on the Ezreal 2 games in a row. We're gonna give you a break. We're gonna say let you play something else and show us that you're not a one-trick pony, which I know he's not. They will pick the Victor mid.
Yeah, the
Banning
Victor
the
Mhm.
Mordekaiser out.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm really liking this Wukong first pick. That makes a lot of sense to me. I think the pick's extremely annoying. Blood's kind of made a name for himself as the resident monkey player, so seeing Lyle pick it up and Tranimal pick it up as well will be interesting, I think, when those teams end up facing off, see how the priority is placed on that pick. So it might be something that doesn't end up getting banned away, sorry, every time for these teams, because they can just pick it, which is pretty cool.
Okay, it will be a Kiana and Xin Zhao ban again.
Mm-hmm.
They will pick the set. For
Yeah,
the
so we
top
have
lane
this
versus
set
the
here
monkey.
versus the monkey. No idea how that matchup goes. Ooh, so tactics could go for the Ashe here, Ashe Morgana. Oh, it's
Oh, that is more
Okay.
aggressive than I expected him to pick.
Let's-
But that is
let's
so
see.
perfect.
Let's see what they lock in. I'm tired of getting debated by these people who like hover stuff and then lock something else in. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I could see the cast at an angle. That sounds gnarly. I don't think that's something that Victor would be very appreciative of, especially after level, 6 or so. But even before that, I don't know. The magic damage shield is just very potent. Really?
Looks
A
to be the Corki
Corki?
here. Corki
Hmm.
versus Victor. Let's see how that shakes out. I'm not too sure who wins that matchup there, as I am not a resident mid laner. But
No, I think that's pretty positive for Corki. That'll be a pretty strong lane. Just another random pick that Control can pull out. I swear these two could just play like whatever champs, and they can play it at least to a pretty high level, almost regardless.
okay.
Oh.
The Ramoose. This is a Rook favorite.
Okay, I was a non-believer. I was flaming D-Brand for his love of this pick, but I gotta say, with the skill level of this league, I think the Rammus is actually exceedingly strong. It's just so good at catching people out of position, much like Nunu, and also against more physical damage. He really thrives as he can just stack and stack and stack that armor, and becomes this kind of unkillable armadillo of death. I will
That
say,
is
if
true.
it's not Hextech Rammus, I sleep. That's all. It's
Hmm.
not a real pick if it's not Hextech Rammus.
Honestly,
Spend the gemstones, brother. Do it.
honestly, I think the way this whole game shakes out in terms of like, I think I'm thinking of a team fight level, right? And
Mhm.
I'm sure you're very curious about how this team fight's gonna play out. It's
Mhm.
it's most likely gonna be the Wukong ulting, Set trying to position himself to get the Wukong out of that fight as
Uh-huh.
soon as possible,
Mhm.
and then seeing if the Rammus can either pick off the Corki or the Jinx to get them to focus him instead, and then Victor coming in along with the Caitlyn to try and pop everything off, and Leona just CCing anyone who tries to get on the Victor or Caitlyn, right? That to me is how I think the team fight should follow through. Of course, there are many different variations to that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean that's certainly their goal. I will say it's pretty hard to CC the old monk once he's spinning, dude. Once he pops up on you and spins on you, you have to have a pretty quick reaction time if you can even interrupt it, because you have to get in range of him to actually hit the stun. But I think this is going to be slightly in the favor of, I'll take mid's Kangaroo Corral here. I'm just looking at the comps, like, not to harp on it, but I feel like most teams in this league play a pretty traditional front to back, as it were.
Okay.
I think the front line is just not really there in the same way that it is for the Kangaroo Corral. So I think the set and the Rammus and the Leona, you got a lot of beef for your big damaging boys. You have Speedy on the Caitlyn, you have I'll take mid on the Victor. If this goes late, I could see that being problematic for them. Like, who is Jinx standing behind? That's how I feel about it.
She's probably that's a thing, right? So the only people that she could honestly stand behind are J4 and Wukong. And if she's standing behind the Wukong and Set's goal is to take Wukong out of the fight, Set directly brings Wukong under the Jinx. I mean, on top of the Jinx, right?
Right.
And once that happens, because yes, there will be a first R, correct? But by the time the knockup's done, Set should still be able to get in range unless Wukong's just running away, right? To be able to get that Wukong elsewhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Also worth noting, though, Rammus is a much slower early game champion than Jarvan is, or Xin Zhao was for that matter, or Volibear. He has some pretty decent cheese level 3 ganks to the unsuspecting, but in general he does want to go for that more full clear, I believe, and get to the Bramble Vest and his chem tank and all that jazz. So we might see a bit of a pressure difference from the Jarvan in the early game. So if he's able to leverage that into a lead, maybe the kind of weaker front line, if you could call it that, like the fewer tank stats, won't be as big of a deal.
So right now, you're saying that you're in favor, or you think that this is Kangaroo Corral, Team Kangaroo Corral's favor to win, right? It's their side to win in theory, right? An application could be different.
I think this is a play safe win late situation.
I think so too. I think that the condition is that Team Jungle Control has to go on to Team Kangaroo Corral, correct? They just have to. They have to be the ones to fight that.
Yeah. However, if Wukong, if they slip up for a fraction of a second and Wukong just slides past them and gets the big ult, that's going to be pretty rough.
That's true. Combined with the Morgue Shield on the Wukong, that's rough.
Very true. That's rough. Yeah. However, I don't want to write either team off or say that like it's for sure over. The game has yet to even begin, so I'm excited. Right? I'm just glad we're getting the game 3 here, getting a chance to size up some of the new entrants into the league, and just have a fun series on our hands. No one likes to stop, unless you're playing it, and it's your style.
That's true.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, nothing special about the start here. Pretty standard. Very cool Corky skin. Alright, I'll say it.
Alright, it looks like so far chat is 50-50 right now. 2 for 2, saying either side will win.
2 and 2, and the the classic I eat glue from Voids up there. Just for fun.
Funsies.
For funsies. Yeah, now Rammus looks like he's going to walk over to start bot. Yeah, they're just going to mirror each other. All junglers starting on their bot side.
Mid hitting,
Sounds about right.
What is it? Victor hitting Corky with a just very flashy laser. Cheeky laser.
Yeah, very true. I like the start from the J4. Honestly, of course, I don't know exactly how the Wukong set matchup plays out, but I expect it to be fairly volatile. So if he is going to clear in that direction, try and jump on him early, maybe get an early lead for Tranimal, they will be in pretty good shape. So perhaps Rammus is trying to answer that, maybe thinks they can win the 2v2. Or, he just wanted the fat leash.
That's true.
True. Wow, heavy trade.
Winning the trade over here.
What is happening?
What is going on?
Mom?
Well, questionable
scared,
fighting with Lyle. flash for flash with Tranimal getting the first blood. Monk
Yeah.
for the win.
Look at him go, dude. Surely he won't just auto attack him to death at level 1.
I mean, Wukong does get the Q reduction, with each auto, correct? So, it is just nutty, just you allowing him to just auto you that far, right?
Yeah, I believe the Wukong started with dash, but I'm not certain. Ooh, looks like Garrett, or I'm sorry, Wally Warp is looking for a little bit of action in the bot lane here, getting level 3 on those camps and then going down. But there's nothing for him to take and no gank to be had, unfortunately.
Well, if I were the J4, I would be clearing these camps, because we know that Rammus was just bot.
Dude, no, he's going up on the wild. He's looking for round 2. It's flashless.
All right, let's see. Let's see if they can pull off a fight. And no bueno. Lyle just gets a slap with a monkey stick.
Slap with the stick, as it were. Rammus taking this opportunity to grab the scuttle while he still can, but he's going to get collapsed on by J4 and Corky here. Can Victor save the day?
As soon as Rammus smited it,
Yes.
Corky just ran away for the hills.
It's Hextech Rammus! Wow, I said that expecting him to not have it, but who am I, dude, to doubt Wally? This dude's absolutely flexing right now on the beautiful Hextech Rammus skin. 10 gemstone game. Hello?
Oh my gosh. That was a very, very volatile trade from Lyle versus Tranimal.
Yeah, they're trading blows pretty heavily here. Garrett's waiting in the wings. Ooh, Lyle going for the ward. It's too close. I think he's gonna get caught out and just die.
There's no W. There is no W. He just autos him to death.
Yeah, dude. It's
That
the
is
electrocute.
That is an unfortunate face check from Lyle.
Right idea, but unfortunately, little Garrett had the total soul read on that. He knew he was going to walk up and had no flash. It's just dead to rights. He had absolutely no business being there, unfortunately. And Garrett grabbing that early kill, dude. Look at him go. Ooh, is he going to overstay for the Krugs, or is it going to be totally fine? He's just going to slide out.
I think they're checking. They don't even know he's there.
Well, Rammus hasn't even done his red yet, so I think he's going to accidentally face check set.
Oh, they're gonna meet each other.
Okay.
Oh, they're not.
Like ships in the night, dude.
Nope, there is a ward. They know.
Oh god.
Will he get out? Oh, he
misplaced the
flag. Gets picked out by Lyle and Wally Warp. That is greedy little Garrett.
Look at him go, dude. I think I made that exact play today. Just, you know what, dude? What's one more jungle camp still in between friends? And, okay, he's going to pay for it with his life. He is getting the Iron Spike whip, though. Very nice start for him, so he's certainly not out of the game by any means. He just, he just maybe overstated a little bit. Totally understandable.
I mean, that's what I was saying earlier, right? If I were little Garrett, I would not have tried to fight that early, the first one. Only because you could easily just take some camps. We knew Rammus was on the bot side just recently.
Yeah.
And then he ran into the scuttle and ran all the way across, and we saw him run mid, right? So we saw him run through mid, and his camps were still. He didn't even have red buff, so.
It's not the J4 mindset, man.
I know.
J4's out here. He's trying to do everything that he can while he can. Wow, the pink ward not even placed in the bush. He knows exactly where that ward is.
Oh, yeah. The ward study placement. They know.
Yeah, and he has returned topside. He has the whip. Lyle's still flashless, sorry. But
Rammus is looking to go for a lane gank, but I think it's just gonna back here.
Yeah. Oh, he takes the Blastberry over. Lyle's gonna have no way out, possibly using the ult to escape?
Lyle throws the ult, he then throws the W, but lands it on the clone! Wukong slaps him with his stick, and then gets the wave.
Yeah, gets the wave, gets the kill. Lyle has no TP or flash. Just barely missing out on the kill on Tranimal there. Well played by him, doing what he could with the situation. But the pressure from Garrett is coming through very nicely. Yeah.
TCC is just playing this early game a little bit too well.
A little bit too well.
Too
Something's
well.
in the air.
Another fight ensues.
Yeah, Matthias a little bit caught
Wait.
there, but unfortunately there was not enough to seal the deal. He's able to flash away with his life. They might get the red buff steal. I think that might be a little moach. Yeah, he's just gonna elect to spin the wheels and slide on out of there, dude. Not tripping. But, you know, gold very even still, very slight advantage toward jungle control here, but by all means, I think they're going to just keep scaling up here on the red side of the map, and we have plenty of game left to play. So.
That's true. The gold lead is not even that substantial yet. It's almost even, right? You know. So it's a good pre-10 minutes when you know that you're not a 2K gold lead, right?
True. I'm just saying that's one.
Oh my gosh, that was a smooth criminal dodge from Tranimal over there. Did you see that?
Yeah, nicely dodged. These top laners are just out for blood, dude. Trades on trades. They're flashing for each other's flash. It's happening on cooldown.
It is a straight up beatdown between the two top laners, honestly.
Wukong might get most damage in the game just based on the lane.
Auto attacks. Based on lane dominance, Wukong might have more damage.
Nah, I'm booling. Set is forced to go back though and reset here. Who's gonna grab this first dragon? Is anybody going to
Oh, J4 is checking if the Drake is being taken.
I was gonna say the Q does not give vision, so he's gonna need to cast that flag to see it. Heals,
They are looking for
old
something
champ.
bot lane.
Yeah, walking straight through a ward there. I think they are gonna suss that out and just kind of peace, call it good. They're in reset here. Could be a window into the dragon, but he's farming.
So I noticed that another fight ensues top lane. Ram is coming in this time for the big difference. Throws the ulti, Wukong counter ults, and nothing's really gonna happen here. Tranimal gets away with an inch of, with a little bit of bigger sliver than of health. Lyle and Wally Warp securing some plates.
He's doing what he can. I think I spotted a demolish there, so forcing the lane, very nice. Not quite securing the kill. However, his presence in the top lane is going to be a trade over for Dragon. Yeah, very heads up play there. Good call, spotting out where the Rammus was, knowing that he could not respond, especially now that you can't really. It's pretty tough to steal dragons now with the smite changes. So yeah, Tranimal escaping with his life and getting a dragon.
Wally Warp will be spotted on the ward.
He's chilling
Tranimal
in
not
his-
falling for it one more time.
Surely he won't just hang out in full vision. He will.
Morgana hanging out with control to try and clear out that wave as best as possible so he can get that nice back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I fear Wally might be falling prey to one of the tempting things that Rammus has, where it seems like with the Q, like you can just go and gank people. Like you have a targeted taunt, you have a big knock-up. Like the champ's very strong in a gank situation if they're out of position, but his entire jungle is up. So I feel like his time might have been better spent there, just clearing his camp, scaling up.
That's true. Both junglers haven't really been spending much time clearing their camps. With how much time that you've seen one another spending outside of lane, you'd think one would get the lead. And that's a good point to note. I was gonna ask you before that top fight kind of ensued. Both junglers are still holding onto their yellow trinkets. Is that normal?
No, well, it depends. I think if you're a weaker jungler, it's totally fine to hang on to the yellow trinket for a while and just place more defensive wards. But if you're going to be looking so heavily for these ganks and kind of forcing them, I'm going to use the word force here. It's definitely a lot better, in my opinion, to have the sweep. The knowledge, knowing what they know, is important.
They have been walking through a few wards, and it's just 1 second.
Yeah, absolutely. So
sorry, my alarm was going off. I mean, they have been just walking through wards and allowing the teams to just back off to mitigate any kind of damage that they could do, right?
Yeah. And flame yellow, staying on the yellow trinket, like it's certainly
Well,
good
that's
to be
true.
able to see where they are, but the better you are at like tracking the jungler and conveying that to your team, I think the less you need the yellow trinket for early.
That's true. I do think that it's just still better overall. I mean, right now it's not you don't need the sweeper, because you
Ooh.
are going for a straightforward gank like this. Set throws the ulti. J4 throws the J4 traps him inside, right after jumping through. Victor TPs and flashes to try and kill the J4. J4 just gets away. Will Leona be able to do anything?
He can't keep getting away with it, music. Little Garrett in and out again. Dude's buck wild. Very nicely trapping Lyle there with his ultimate. After nearly escaping. Holding him down like that is exactly what he needed to do. Well played. Good stuff from him. He's huge on this J4 pick, dude.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He... Oh. Yeah, he did.
This little birdie is whispering in my ear. He may, in fact, have set ulted the Wukong clone. I'm not sure. I missed it. I got boomer eyes. So.
But if that's the case, that's very unfortunate that he ulted the Wukong clone.
Sad.
Spirit coming in the chat saying that clone was clean. Lyle ulted the wrong monkey.
Wow. You hate to see it, man.
You hate to see him try and get away. Very unfortunate. Very clean though from the side of TCC or the Team Chunko Control.
Yeah, Tranimal putting the moves on him, dude. Slick Rick over here. Absolutely doing it. Other than that, though, this game feels fairly even. Like, for a game that's 4-1, like, everything's going pretty okay. Almost exact CS across the board, plus or minus, like, 10, which I'm going to say is negligible. But we're getting a TP in from the mid laner from Corki.
TP in from Control. Lyle canceled the TP from, or... was
Channel
it
C2 was
Lyle
canceled.
TP? Oh,
Is that what
yeah.
happened?
I think so. Someone from top lane was TPing and it got canceled, and I think
Gotcha.
Tranimal canceled Lyle's TP.
Either way, Little Garrett's out for blood here. He's gone too deep, it looks like, to secure that kill, so he will die in return. Everybody left pretty bruised up across the board. And yes, it does look like Tranimal canceled Lyle's TP. Well done. Very nice. Wally looking to maybe pop that demolish proc on the tower or something. Just shadowing his Caitlyn, no shame in that.
Am I wrong? Or are my eyes deceiving me? This gold lead is dead even. Or at least 500 death now.
Yeah, very close game, man.
It's a really close game.
Kills are really not.
Red side will be competing for this, Jinx!
Oh!
The dragon! Where is the smite?
Oh my
Wally Warp
goodness.
did not have the smite to take that dragon.
I'm triggered,
Jinx
dude.
blatantly steals that from his nose.
Music, you're gonna have to solo cast the rest of this. I have to
I'm
leave.
so sorry. I can't. I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is Ever Jungler's worst nightmare. This is post nerf, by the way. That's capped Jinx ult damage.
That is a nerf Jinx ult.
But it looks like Wally just unfortunately did not have the smite there. Worst tactics NA, beautifully stealing that thing. Whew, well done, sir. 2-0, you know, they just leashed it for him. No problems. Tactical sniping, dude. That's right.
He is
Maybe the
sniping
worst
with a
tactic,
rocket.
but he is the best sniper.
Worst tactics NA, best sniper NA.
Exactly, dude.
Oh,
Ooh.
the TP from Tranimal getting. Oh wait, no. Wait, what was that?
The very ambitious TP onto that tower that immediately floundered as it
Oh,
went down
okay,
to just,
spectator
like,
bug.
auto attacks.
Okay, spectator bug, because that was a delayed like timer cooldown. But yeah, Tranimal TP'd onto that turret to try and save it, and he what's the phrase? He blew the pooch.
He screwed the bitch.
He screwed the. Okay, sorry.
He went for it. He was looking for it.
Yeah, he screwed the pooch by TPing on a turret that was nearly about to die. This is a little bit of a stressful game, so I understand why. But darn, you know, just unfortunate
Yeah. I can't flame the J4 flag from the level 3 death and not flame the Tranimal TP. So like, yeah, obviously it wasn't great, but you know, like you said, it's a high intensity game. A lot of things are happening at the same time. In a split second decision like that, it happens, dude. So it goes.
Yeah. Chalk it up to first week nerves. You know, it's a week 1, day 3.
Chalk it up to nerves. Tranimal probably played like the most competitive games of anybody in the 10-man group here. Chalk it up to nerves, by the way.
I don't know. If that's not nerves, then I don't know what else to call it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no, it's a veggie.
It's
hand.
unlucky, bro.
It's veggie hands. That's what it
The
is.
vegetable phalanges, they come out. The return of the meme. Yeah, that's absolutely.
Okay. It looks like blue team will be trying to take this this Rift Herald. Is this second or first Rift Herald? This is second, right? This is Shirley. You again once
Not
refusing to hear me.
Unsubscribe to that. I'm not here for it. Dislike, but yeah,
They
do
will
have the
get it.
pressure
They
that
will
is
get
gonna
it
go
without
over.
contest.
Yeah, little Garrett, doing a pretty good job securing objectives. His usage of Jinx ult to steal that dragon was really well done. Jungle diff, obviously. Very well played. They're going to use this top, it looks like. Maybe they don't even need it.
Yeah, they honestly could just throw it bot or mid.
Yeah, tower going down. Both supports are out there, it looks like. Wow, the Realm game is serious from Tilted Tom and Matthias. Both of them just abandoning their ADCs. How could they?
ADCs aren't important in the meta, you know.
That's right, dude. Jinx and Kate 1v1ing mid now.
This is a pew
Is
pew
that
fight,
goes?
a deep pew pew fight. And for those who don't know, the Cops and Robbers Easter egg is out, given that Caitlyn and Jinx are out and about in the Summoner's Rift. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know they have some kind of interaction, but I didn't know that it was like it's not a quest. You can't get like an extra
it's not
evolve
a
or
quest. It's not like Rengar versus it's not like it's Rengar versus Kha'Zix. It's like a little Easter egg that comes in the lore, and every time like they kill each other, there's like +1 point to them in the little stat above them.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
A little bit of a lore gank for you. I'm sure they weren't counting on that when they made those picks. Ooh, yeah, Rammus into the Black Shield, man. Gotta say, as an avid Rammus player, that feels pretty bad. Get up and deny there. That said, I gotta say, even if they fall pretty far behind in this game, the Kangaroo Corral have the home guard advantage with Rammus ult. I'm just saying, dude, he can ult insanely far when he's got his Q and Chem Tank and the home guards going. Ooh, see a TP and they're gonna make play.
TP on the Victor. Victor has to try and tune this up. Wukong throwing the ult. Jinx getting chunked down to Kingdom Come. Jinx has to run away from this Rammus chase. Morgana has died. Oh my god. Who's actually winning this fight? It is Red Team that is winning this fight.
Yep, Rammus had to flash to kill Jinx after she flashed, but his death followed shortly, and it looks like it's going to be 3 for 3.
Oh my, an even fight in the end. Tilted Tom though, low in the health, so I think this dragon is chunker controls for the taking. Unless
it's tough to say, they don't have a jungler. They could very easily walk down there. Victor has HP and mana to possibly contest this. Let's see if he looks for it. Oh yeah, he's in there.
he wants it, he wants the fight, but lo and behold, Morgana will be there soon and will be a 1v3.
Yeah, Control's doing a nice job of poking him off here with the Corki rockets and in general just being a nuisance. So well done for him. And it looks like they're going to be able to secure dragon number 3 there. Very well done. That fight was kind of too hot to handle. He's TPing.
He's TPing out with the Black Shield, and they're all hitting the Rammus. Corky getting the kill. Oh my gosh, I don't know if that's big brain or just cheeky. J4 dying for that. What am I watching?
He is totally fine. Rammus dies, and J4 died for Trendable sins there. Beautiful to see.
I don't think that J4 needed to go in, right?
He had to block the Rammus CC, dude. He was doing it for the team,
Black
dude.
Shield the entire time.
Selfless. I don't want to. No.
Okay,
Nope.
okay. Give this man an award. Give this J4 an award for saving his top laner.
That's right. Saving Private Tranimal. Indeed. Even if he wasn't in danger. Doesn't matter. Going for the TP cancel. Yeah, Wally pays for that with his life, unfortunately. Hey, man. He's scaling.
So the question is, right? Was this a bait on little Garrett from Tranimal? Or was this Tranimal's bait to kill Wally, and then little Garrett gives his life for it?
I'm going to say they didn't use a TP. Oh, they did. Oh, no. Seth actually TP'd in on the back end of that fight to participate in the killing of Draven 4. You know what, dude? Who's to say? Truly. They're both good boys.
Okay, I see. 1 for 1 and stop the potential shutdown, yeah.
Yeah. It's not my call. It's fine. It's content. That's what I'm here for. It was spicy, and I appreciate it.
We are here for the games, boys.
Exactly. Tranimal with the Divine Center and Black Cleaver, I believe, has reached what we call full build. He's pretty big, dude.
You mean core?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, J4 trying to chase that Rammus down. You never chase a Rammus. Interesting enough, this Rammus does not have Chemtech. Instead, he opted to build for the Sunfire.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on that?
That's pretty okay. I don't know. I think the Chemtank's better personally, but the Sunfire does more damage, so he already has a lot of move speed. I've been seeing, I think actually the hot tech is to take Ghost on Rammus and then go Sunfire, then you don't really need the Chemtank. But whatever, man.
Whatever floats your
I'm sure
Rammus
he's
boat.
going to have no problem getting onto Jinx without the Chemtank, especially with his new ultimate, so
Looks
perhaps
like
move
blue
speed is
team
not
will
needed.
start this dragon, and they're focusing Tranimal clone. Matthias flashes in. Wukong going back in. J4 following through. Corky package following in suit. Jinx leading up. It is a slaughter.
It's an absolute slaughter, dude. The J4 ult with the Corky package on top of it is a massacre. I'll take mid, the only person living here going for anything. He's gonna die in the exchange, just trying to
That
get a
is
single.
an ace.
Or I guess
Oh
a
my
third kill.
gosh. A beautiful team fight on the behalf of Team Jungle Control.
Yeah, that was balls to the wall, dude. They saw the opportunity, they went for it. They didn't finish off the Baron, but that is a trade they're completely okay with. 5 for, I believe, 2.
Yeah. It was a 5 for 2 special, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to clean up some towers for that huge gold swing. Definitely a sizable lead now. Very well done. They're in a commanding position to take
Yes,
the win.
Norfadens. Norfadens did ask in the chat, did he think the clone was him? I do think so, given the amount of CC that they tried to apply on the clone. It is fair to think. Are you asking if Matthias thought the clone was him? That is a good question. I don't know.
It's a tough call, you know,
It's a
in the
tough call.
moment. Who's really to say? We'll have to consult the replay. Somebody click that. What a huge package on top of the J4 ult, and I believe the Morgana ult as well. They're kind of gelling as a team here, dude. Like, that team fight was played very nicely.
Yeah. The gold lead is now
Yeah.
slowly growing. It was a very even early game, and now we're kind of seeing the fruits of the labor. Of, you know, the labor of Team Jungle Control. They worked
Yep,
really
it's
hard
true.
to secure this lead and try to push their lead forward. They're not trying to throw any extremities because they might lose fights, but they're just trying. Oh, and there's a Leona pick, Morgana shield. I think that was a Caitlyn ulti. Jinx is now just smashing Tilted Tom, missing the rockets. Tilted Tom flashes out. J4 in the chase. There's Tranimal waiting in the wings.
Yeah, the TP on the backside there from Tranimal, huge. Going in and getting exactly what he wants with that Wukong ult. However, the shutdown does go over to Speedy. I think that's a trade they're okay with in the situation. The fight is not over.
This is a 2 for 2 still. Lao Walt is the 1v3ing while Speedy and who else? And Victor are choosing to see if they want to fight that. They will just elect to back here. Lao almost got out.
Well, completely hung out to dry by his squad. Victor, I think, is going to try to do something about this soul going over. TPing down, but it's a little too late, unfortunately.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he didn't TP down just for bot wave. That's all.
rough fights
unfortunately,
from
that,
rough fights from Team Kangaroo Corral.
Yeah, no, I mean that TP flank for Channibal was game winning. Like like the last fight before this one, obviously was also pretty disgusting. But that flank was just out of control, and they have Mountain Soul to their name now. So you thought the monkey was annoying before. How about all of these resistances on a shield? PT dead.
True. Honestly, Tranimal and Control are showing up here, and Tactics just like sealing it all together. Trying to get whatever advantage for his team.
Mm-hmm.
Pumping out the damage as Jinx would do.
Yeah, big deeps, dude. They weren't able to finish off a few critical members there, but Jinx with her 2 items is hitting pretty hard, man. And it's nice that she has, the front line, or I guess not front line, but the Wukong and the J4 and Corki to fall back on while she's kind of in her middling stage.
True. It looks like they will be clearing vision here.
It's pretty cool tech.
Anything with CDR boots is pretty cool tech.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Cooldown reduction boots, honestly, is just
Build it every
the
game.
move. It is a build the bear workshop move.
Yeah, they're pretty cracked.
Wukong does not have the TP here, but Seth does. So let's see what Breadside is willing to do about this fact.
Yeah, they do have the TP advantage, at least for the moment. Control's TP is coming up just momentarily. The Baron is up, so I guess they could look for it. But in all honesty, I think they are just too far behind at this point to go for anything too cheeky there without clipping a few members.
They also don't have a lot of vision around the Baron pit. Blue team did do a really good job securing vision. And now they're just looking again.
I mean, there's quite a bit of vision for the red side here on this Baron.
It's a vision fight. It's basically a vision fight.
It's an ongoing battle for vision. Yeah, absolutely. Speedy just laying traps on traps on traps in the back of the pit there, but some tells me that they're not going to walk back there.
If you clear the back pit, and then you Caitlyn trap, you kind of mitigate the risk of them trying to walk and then ward the back pit.
Yeah, it's true. And maybe he was going for just a quick little vision peek as well.
Oh, they will start the Baron here.
Yeah, I think they know that they are in the lead here and want any fight that they can take, so starting this Baron
Tranimal waiting in the wings. Will this happen to be another round 2? Okay, they do know that is a Tranimal clone.
Baron's getting low.
Corki going in. Ram is hopping into the fight. This is a messy fight.
Yeah, Wally does end up killing J4, but he can't quite get Texas. He's gonna get the double kill because of the Baron. Wally the genius.
Baron is part of Red Team right now, helping them out.
It's the 6th man, dude. It's too much. It's not too much.
Right.
They are completely fine.
Blue team takes Baron. We'll opt to go for the reset, try and buy items, and see if they can siege any turrets along the way.
Yeah, it looks like they only have 2 living Barons, but that's gonna be a-okay. Wally going buck wild in that fight. I don't know if you caught it, but he hit the gas. He turned on the power ball, yeeted over the wall to 1v2 Jinx and J4, and he was able to get them both with the dank aftershock and the taunt, and Baron doing a good amount of dirty work as well. So good for him.
The Baron for some health. That was actually pretty interesting. It's a very split fight.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the Corki damage has been coming through a little too much, so it looks like he is going to be forced to build some magic resist, which is not Rams's favorite thing in the world to do. But when there's a 906 Corki, you kind of you're forced to do so.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, Matthias has been popping off this game. He's been playing really nicely, getting those engages on with the Shurelias, I guess, onto the team, setting things up. Crucial black shields, and he can just kind of park himself in the middle of those team fights after ulting, because he has the Zonias, and honestly, he's like the last person on the list that they have to be worried about on the Kangaroo Corral. So once he gets in there, like if you're shooting him, that means you're not shooting any of the other 10,000 threats that are just like raining down on you. So he's definitely leveraging that position very nicely. We have Elder coming up momentarily. The two Barons are still active. Is this gonna be the Elder fight, or are they just gonna push mid? Looks like they're just gonna push.
There's no reason they have to punish this. There's no reason that they should be trying to pick off Tranimal over here as you know, they're trying to take base. If they fail that fight, which they did, blue side is just gonna take turrets for free.
Whoa! He's spinning to win. That's not Garen. Looks like he's just trying to stop the forts. Very true. They get that in hit off of the back of that. Set dead. They got the 5v4, man. They're in the driver's seat for this game. Looking to end, it looks like. Or well, not end, but you know.
Looks like to take the Drake and try to steal the deal with the third win of the week.
Third win of the week.
Okay, fight. What's going on? If our ulting into Gray, Wukong getting the kill in the Wally War. Not enough damage. Jinx melting that Leona. I think
critically,
this game
Control
is rough.
Control just deleted Victor there, right at the beginning of the fight. He is enormous right now, one-tapping pretty much their only consistent source of damage since Speedy's unfortunately not able to enter these fights.
Honestly, this is a very, very rough game. Very, very rough game for Mid's team. And you know, someone pointed out in the chat, this is true. Let's talk about how Control is silently 10-0 over here, having the perfect game of his life.
There's absolutely no way the Control is silently going 10-0. I guarantee, I guarantee I'll take mid can hear Control screaming in the background. The comms are coming through.
Wukong going into this fight. Elder Dragon trying to chunk them down. First one off is dead. Next one off is Leona. They then take one more down. Another kill. They just take down Nexus. That's it.
Exactly.
Game
they are
3
not
is done, folks.
Yep, not playing for glory or anything like that, trying to get a bunch of kills at the end. They're just here to kill the Nexus, as that was their primary goal. GG. Jungle Control ending the series 2-1 here with a dominant showing in games 1 and 2, or I'm sorry, 1 and 3. Look at that damage from Control, man. Just blasting people. Oof.
Game 1 was a very, very one-sided from Control's team. Game 2 was more of a masterclass clinic coming in from Mid's team, and then Game 3 is just all teams giving each other the respect that they should be giving, and then one team just slowly evolving a gold lead advantage. And I think that is how an amazing series just pans out. Two banger games, and like, you know,
I think these are all pretty intense bangers. Honestly, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I think Game 3 they started off strong. They were popping off really early. Set dying level 1 to Wukong, and Little Garrett making great use of his early pressure on the Jarvan 4. Huge showing from him. I'm not even sure who I want to give this to MVP wise, but before we get into that, huge shout outs obviously to the Kangaroo Corral, who put in 3 very lively and spirited games. GG's to them. They were playing their hearts out there. I feel like if this game had gone a little bit longer, another 10, 15 minutes, that could have been a win for them for sure. But unfortunately, this time for them, Jungle Control does pull ahead with the lead. So GG's to them. Congratulations. And let's get someone in here for the interview music. What are your thoughts?
Dude, I don't know who to give it to. It seems like the crowd is saying Matt or we riot. What do you think?
We want to hear from Matthias, of all people. No, he was disgusting, dude. He was a powerhouse this game. He was on that morgue all 3 games doing his duty as a man, as a gamer. Let's pull him in, dude. Why not? I'm here for it.
Let's pull Matthias in. You know, the crowd wants him. Let's bring him in here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In Kangaroo.
Oh, here we go. Howdy, how are you guys doing?
Hey, man. Congratulations on the victory. How are you doing, more importantly?
Thank you. Oh, I am, like, hopped up on adrenaline, insane nerves. I, like, shaken. First game in TCL, and, like, butterflies. Whew. It was
absolutely. Are you sweating? Are you perspiring right now?
Yeah. They gave us a run for our money. Like, good games to them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
My boy Tom, he wanted to have 1v1s versus me and have support combat. none of them in this bot lane. We don't play the game.
Absolutely not, dude. You knew exactly where
Yeah.
your bread was buttered. Those engagements were crazy, man. What were the comms like going into those team fights? I saw you just like pop the Shurelya's and just like yeet in there. What was going on?
I don't say anything, and then Garrett says a person, and we run them.
Kill.
Okay.
Okay. See
Yeah.
hero, kill hero. Okay, I'm into it. Very
TCC.
nice. Yeah, that's excellent. Okay, very cool. What's with this
tell
the
you what,
Morgana pick, man? What I feel like you've
I'm,
betrayed Yumi and Trundle.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I prior to like yesterday, I had been inting on the Morgana, doing horrible, going like 0-6 every game. But
Mhm.
I saw Spirits Morgana actually in the first bit of the of TCL, and I was like, that looks really fucking clean. I want to try that out. So we brought it to some scrims, and it just worked. Like it was magic. It was working super well with our team. I could roam. I could play our bottom lane safe so that they don't do anything to us. It's great.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, it really panned out. It came through this game very clutch. Some nice black shields as well, critical for those TPs out of the dragon pit. Um,
But
cool,
yeah, my
dude.
boy
Well,
Spirit.
thanks for
My boy Spirit.
Oh,
your boy Spirit, the
Spirit, if you're here in the
inspiration
chat, you are
for this pick.
Matthias's inspiration, and I think due to you, Matthias was able to get the MVP of the game.
Our music, you have to ask a question. What's your question?
Oh yeah, honestly, I just wanted to say, like, is there anything you want to say to like the haters, the lovers, the fans, the soon-to-be fans of Matthias von Wells? Is there anything you want to say to the crowd who's just
All the way
requesting
to the
this
top.
Matthias interview?
Jungle Control's going all the way up. We're gonna see everyone in TCL finals.
Okay.
Beautiful, dude. Last question before you go. Peanut butter, crunchy or creamy?
Um, I mean, both are good. I can do both. I
What's
opt
your
to
go-to?
creamy, but I can do either.
All right, there it is from the Morgana's mouth herself. Well, thanks so much for being here, man. We are probably going to yeet you out of here because we're going to close up the stream. But congratulations on the win and such a strong showing in your first series.
Thank you. All right.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Awesome.
Dude,
Wow,
that was
music, dude.
a banger set of 3 games, you know. And
Yeah.
speaking of another set of 3 games, we
Mm-hmm.
have one more match tomorrow.
Uno mas.
This is a special match because today we had the small Team Chess Club reunion with Droid Production and
Yeah.
Rook and I just hanging out over here with you guys. Tomorrow will be Team Dark Horse with Lynn in the captain seat and Team, what was it?
Dad's After Dark, dude. Blood's team.
Team
Yeah.
Dad's After Dark or Dad, led by Blood.
Mhm.
And it's going to be interesting because another TCC or Team Chess Club reunion is going to happen again tomorrow.
Wow.
And it will be a fight for the ages. So please stop by, show us your support. Mama Knowles, if you want to give any of us the buff, please throw that on us.
Excuse me, it's my turn to have the Mama Knowles buff. I've
Mm.
requested it. I waited. Awesome.
Please-
Yeah. Well,
please wait
great
in line,
series
sir.
tonight for sure. Congratulations again to Jungle Control 2-1. Very strong showing. That's gonna wrap it up for tonight. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for, like you said, the final match of the week, I believe. Blood versus Lynn at
What
7,
time is
not
what
8.
time is that? Yeah, so it is 1 hour early compared to our usual time, just because of a special slot that we had. So
That's
it
true.
will be 7 p.m. EST for everyone out there. Just so everyone's informed, we will be starting an hour earlier, so please come through. Why am I purple? That is a very good
Salutations,
question.
everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.